Oh,
Well, we're live, and
ugh.
we're live. It's been that kind of week for me, man. Ugh.
Who are
Thursday
you?
night football.
Who are you? Oh, the most boring game in the history of sports.
God damn.
It's true. It was terrible. We couldn't score from
I think the
one.
only
We
thing
couldn't
worse
score
than
from
that was
5.
the Broncos Colts game. was worse than that. I think that was about it.
I don't know. Was it though? I mean,
We hadn't introduced ourselves yet.
Yeah.
So.
Welcome to the Geekz, episode 32. This is Will.
This is Steve, keeping it green.
This is Sean, transforming like Megatron.
And Thursday Night Football was a drag.
Yeah,
God, Lord. And I don't know about those orange unis, man. I don't know about them.
I don't know. I kind of like the. I kind of like the orange helmets. I kind of like.
Well, the orange helmets with the blue C did look kind of clutch, but like matched with the orange.
All orange,
jerseys.
the all orange kind of thing. And
That
that's the first time. Well, that's the first time we've ever done that because we've never worn orange helmets. When we wear the orange jersey, you'd have the blue, so you have that like that blue.
Mixes it up.
So, but now it was just kind of like all like this big creamsicle kind of thing.
I don't think anybody wins the alternate uniform / helmet more than the Bengals. That all white look with the white helmet with the black. I mean, that is clean. Everybody else's looks like shit. So,
what's up, Al? Yes, Thursday Night Football does have to get better. Just hope.
Amazon Prime's over there like motherfuckers.
I said this at the beginning of the season. Like my team is terrible. Like I danced beating Steve in the monsoon. It wasn't even a right game. It was just it was like a muck game. And I just had my fun because it was you, Steve. Like if it was anybody else,
and I was upset because we should have beat the shit out of you. And like it's weird. Like the Niners this season are like we're gonna beat the shit out of all these good teams and lose to the worst ones. I don't know what's going on with that. Like how the fuck did the Broncos beat us? Mind you, anybody?
I agree. The Broncos, like at this moment in time, as bad as like numbers wise, Justin Fields has had like passing, I would rather have him than Russell Wilson,
which is crazy.
That's how bad Russell.
How is Geno Smith putting up the numbers on Russ?
Geno,
crazy.
I know it's the biggest mistake I've made in fantasy football this year was going with Jared Goff because they had the biggest.
Jared Goff's had an amazing year this year. I don't know why you're complaining. They have the number one scoring offense.
He did up until last week when they got shut out, and he scored me like 3 fantasy points.
Okay, well you got to give him.
And I could have had, but I could have had Geno. I was picking between the two, and Geno's actually had better fantasy points than him over the last several weeks. So I'm just saying. So Big Berg, Sunday's game was fun. So that, well, I mean, you had last Sunday where you had Minnesota. Yeah.
Who does Big Berg follow? Who's that?
I think he's a Vikings fan. If I'm right, Big Berg. It's a bizarre world with Justin and Russell. Yeah, Russell
fell off a cliff. He's constantly doing that cringe shit. He's like Broncos country. That's right. That let's ride shit is fucking killing me. Shut up. I don't even. We'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Well, you don't have a game tomorrow.
I do not.
The Niners play the Falcons, and we have a bad track record of losing against shit teams. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. Last week was pretty good. I forget who we played last week.
The Rams, right?
No, that was the week before.
It was the week before.
We beat the fucking shit out of the Rams. Last week was almost as good, but just as bad. I forget.
Well, no, you lost.
We lost a shitload of people. We lost
Robbie Gold. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, did you see that fucking our punter try to kick the field goal? It was like, whoop,
yeah. See, I remember Berg as a Minnesota Viking. But Fernando.
You lost to the Commanders. Dang.
I did.
Sean.
Oh, it was the Panthers. That's who it was.
Why say Sean? What happened?
He said that's a dope Ghostbuster shirt.
I said the same thing. It's so nice.
Wait, did you get that at Five Below? I think Jenny's got the same one.
I think I did a little.
It's
I
a
think I
good
did.
shirt. I'm gonna hit up a Five Below.
Yeah, I think I did get some Five Below. Now
I've been trying every time we go in, Steve. I've been looking for that Blockbuster shirt they've had.
I've been looking for it too, Lil. I found a Star Wars shirt this week, but that man, yo, it's hard to get extra larges in Five Below, man.
I don't even bother with it because any shirt that I like, they don't have it.
Never.
I can't find.
I'm rocking the Star Wars today, the Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Well, I'm going with my Halloween theme, like it's Halloween month.
I almost wore my Haddonfield shirt, but because the movie came out yesterday, and what my thoughts on it were, I'm not wearing a Halloween shirt today. So
no matter what happens, I will always love Michael Myers and especially the original Halloween. So it don't matter.
But this Michael Myers from this movie?
Well, he was 87 years old. I mean, we'll talk about it when we do the review. We're going to review Halloween for everyone. We're going to do it live. We're going to end the show. We'll stay on.
Kind of like Werewolf by Night.
Kind of like we did Werewolf by Night last week where we just did it, kept going. Sean will actually join us this week for it. But you know what? Since we're talking about Werewolf by Night, Sean, you didn't get to put in your thoughts on Werewolf by Night last week.
By the way, we both gave it heroes. We loved every second of it. So your thoughts.
Yes.
It was fun. I love the black and white of it. I thought it was great.
Come on, Ted.
Great job with Man Thing. I didn't realize his name was Ted.
Yeah, it's the doctor's name.
It's the
I don't really know much about Man Thing, to be honest. That's probably one of those Marvel characters I never really read about.
Just the sci-fi movie that came out in like the early 2000s. That's my whole knowledge.
What's up, Seth?
What's up, Seth?
Overall, I think it was just phenomenal. I love the wolf. See, I was a little worried about how you felt about the wolf, but for me,
same thing.
Yeah, for me, it was more like I was like, oh shit. He even had like a scene where he was like up in the like fucking like in the like on the top of the shit, and you seen his eyes glowing and shit. That was tough because it reminded me of that shit. So I was like, oh.
Did you listen to the review we put out or no? Nope. Okay, good. I don't listen to our shit either. But
I never.
In that I said like I'm a big fan of like the long snout on.
Of course you are, yeah.
On a werewolf and all that. I love that classic.
Yeah, you gave me shit about making if I didn't draw a good werewolf.
I know, and you put the long snout on. That's why I said fire. Yeah. But this one I was like,
what about
I'm
Teen
not
Wolf?
sure.
He doesn't have a long snout.
But that's a whole different thing. I think Teen Wolf is a great design for what that movie is. But this one I wasn't sure about. I still wasn't sure about. Even when he was black and white throwing blood at the screen, I wasn't sure about it until he had that moment with Elsa. And he was like, he pinned her down and the camera really focused in. And I was just like, God damn, that is some great prosthetic work. That's really good.
Chainy, very that esque old school werewolf, which is great, right from the
I dug it. I thought it looked great.
Phenomenal. I thought Werewolf by Night was amazing. I thought, and did I not tell y'all? Okay, I want y'all to go back in the show, and I'm gonna tell y'all that the girl from the Nevers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
was going to be in a fucking Marvel show. I told y'all this.
I hope they go somewhere with Elsa because
she was amazing. But really I keep telling y'all to watch the Nevers because she was fucking phenomenal in that.
And I watched the Nevers, and that show was boring.
Fuck you, Steve. It was really good. You should have watched all the way to the end.
I watched the whole season.
It was fucking amazing. How did you think it was boring?
Sidekick at best.
Ooh.
At best.
They're fighting.
I love that shit. I gave it a hero, but anyway.
I don't like Victorian.
I'm not. But you know what? But you know what? Our argument is. You know,
it's not like what I.
It's not like your argument. Me and Steve's argument is like, oh fuck it, this was awesome. Oh, but we fucking hated it, but it was still awesome.
I mean, Sean, the Nevers was still awesome.
Thank you.
You know, it's just on a level of awesome. I'm like, eh.
Yeah. I'm okay with that though. You know what? I love you. And that's how it is.
I hate you guys.
Me and Sean give each other leeway on our ratings. Give a little no slack whatsoever.
I could have given it a hero still, and it's still not good.
And we'd be like, you didn't fucking understand, hello.
I loved when it went to color at the end. That was
so
fucking
good
great.
with the Wizard of Oz music. Come
Oh
on,
my
man.
god, it was so good, man. World Up All
And
Night
then
was
that whole
amazing.
scene with Man-Thing and fucking Jack at the end sitting on
It
the
was
log,
fucking
like
great.
Man-Thing just made a grunt and this fool started like belly laughing. I was like, this
a little-
It
is
was Han and Chewbacca.
it was
like I
Han
said.
and Chewie, Sean.
Yo, a little. I swear to God, you know damn well that they're gonna have so many plush toys. For
I told you,
Man-Thing.
Abel wants
Oh,
one
man.
so bad, man. Abel wants one so
if
bad.
they don't get on that shit,
What's up, James?
fucking, if they don't get on that shit ASAP, they're crazy.
Sean, the second some animator animated fucking Ted in the bushes doing his little fucking cooing sounds and all that
Yeah.
shit, the second they did that, somebody started making plushies. Like,
Yeah.
those are already being made.
Oh, we need production.
You got to squeeze them. It makes those fucking noises. The whole thing. The big puppy dog red eyes.
It'll be
all
the
of
big
that.
Christmas toy of the year.
Dude,
Oh my
it will
gosh.
be the
Forget Grogu. Everybody's cuddling up with a man.
you know what? Look, I don't think every kid is watching fucking.
No,
Werewolf
they're not
by Night.
watching Werewolf. That's the. Well, you know what though? I mean, like it's not as horrific.
Even the blood
I
is
think,
black.
Because, yeah,
you know,
because
it's
it's black
not
and white. I
blood.
mean, all my kids watched it, but you're
Well,
right. Like the
yeah.
5-year, like the 5-year-olds are. But even though you can say the same thing for the Mandalorian too. Like I mean, they just see the pictures of Grogu. I don't think anybody is. Kids are watching because their focus
thing
is
is not like oh he's so cute. No, he's not cute. He's terrible looking. But
Ava thinks he's cute. You know?
Right, but once you get his personality, it's like
it's kind of like Groot in the first Guardians, right?
Well,
When
first of
Groot
all,
was this big towering.
Those two need to get together ASAP. I need to see a Man-Thing and a Groot like now. Like they need to figure that out.
Oh yes,
and make that fucking work.
Well, I told Steve because Man-Thing has a there's storylines of Man-Thing kind of like being the gatekeeper to the multiverse, right? So there is a good chance if the Guardians, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with them at Guardians 3, but like whatever Guardians are left are going to be in Secret Wars. There's got to be a Man-Thing crossover there and kind of mash up, even though Secret Wars is not coming out till we're 58 years old.
If Kevin doesn't come up with something,
Kevin, if you
figure that out.
What a great segue into the season finale of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I know we all watched.
Yes.
Highlight of the show was when S.H.I.E.L.D. was talking about what Bruce smashes versus what she smashes, and then she was like, and sometimes I smash Matt Murdock. Hey. That got a legit
all the fucking
belly laugh out of me. That was like really good.
She was like,
so here we go.
She's like X-Men.
Oh, I know.
Wasn't that good? And then what about the scene where she fucking jumps into the menu of fucking Disney Plus? And I was like, I grabbed my microphone, like, what the fuck happened? Oh shit, still in the show. Like, got me. It
got me too. I was like,
which literally happens in the comics. I mean, she does that shit. If you go back to there's tons of books where she's just ripping the page off, talking to the writers directly. Like, what are you doing with this story? Like, I don't even want to be a part of this anymore. Like, this we're done. And I actually think they kind of had some balls on them to pull something off like that. Like, just do it. Not even give us a real ending, right?
It's
like
the first Marvel thing that roasted Kevin Feige in a way. Like, they were just nailing this full across.
Roasted him and Marvel, like the Marvel formula. It's like, oh, we have to be somewhat good, or like it's like it's like we let the internet decide. It's just like
so many things. And then I love when the robot turned around and he had the little fucking hat.
Yeah, he had the hat.
It looked like a hat. Yeah. Like, oh, so good. Like, so perfect.
It was really good.
You know what? It was that weird thing where it was like there was like no payoff. Like, really, there is no story. But you know what? It was so good.
But I'm also so glad about the finale. Like when Shitboy got Hulk powers and he turned on like the big bro. I was just like, ah. And then the show stopped, and then she was like, "Why the fuck are we doing this?" And I was like, "Thank you." Why would you do it? Because it did feel like something Marvel would fucking do.
James, you're right, man. When it opened with the 70s Incredible Hulk theme,
amazing.
Jenny loved it. She's like, because she grew up watching that show too, man. It was like perfect.
I watched online a side-by-side comparison.
Oh yeah,
fucking
they hit it
shot for shot.
They hit it every. Dude, the best was like when she was in the chair, and it's like Jen Walters, lawyer, millennial. Like, I was like,
was good.
that's pretty
It was
funny.
really good.
The whole CG joke being too expensive. Yeah, exactly. And then you hear the little Black Panther music.
I
He's
did.
he's like, can you change off screen? You know, we'll have to shoot away because it's too expensive.
That was really
animators
good.
are off. And it was like,
And then I thought to myself, I was like, if she doesn't change off screen, I'm gonna be mad. Like, I want them to be cheap. Like, it was really, really good. Like you said, the whole season really had no story other than for Abomination to hook up with Wong, pretty much, and for us to realize that Daredevil was in the universe. Besides, of course, She-Hulk being a character. But
now look at the. So I'm looking at the Thunderbolts roster, right?
Right.
And
Wong's in that movie.
Wong, yeah, I think Wong is going to be their Sorcerer, their Doctor Strange.
I think so
right?
too.
Abomination is their Hulk. Like it makes sense that roster is going to be bigger than they showed us, and it's going to be because like the thing is all of them, they're not villains per se. Like, you know, they showed you, you know, the Taskmaster, they, you know, wasn't really a villain.
No, the Winter
Ghost
Soldier's
wasn't
not a
really a
fucking
villain.
The Winter Soldier's not a villain.
No, exactly.
Red Guardian's not a villain.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, they're like, it's not like your quote unquote villain team.
Anti-heroes.
It's exactly. It's the people you don't want to go to. You know, it's not your A-list, your cover boys. It's not your Iron Man and Captain Americas. It's the guys who are going to go do the dirty work. So I kind of like that idea. I do think quite a few of them will be in Captain America, New World Order, because they kind of set it up because that movie comes out before Thunderbolts. So I think it's going to be that's going to have a setup feature into that.
I got
it. The one nitpick I have though, let me go real back with She-Hulk, is I hated that they put Scar in a man bun.
I don't give a fuck about his haircut. All I know is that
Scar is in, because I have all his first appearances and stuff in multiple copies. I'm trying to make some money here, so
shut up a little. Shut the fuck up a little. It was a stupid haircut. He's from an alien planet. Let it slide. Oh, Sean, you were saying?
No, I just like what Tatiana Maslany did. I think she did an amazing job as She-Hulk. I got to give her credit.
Bravo, hero. Absolutely.
Phenomenal job. Like, honestly, She-Hulk for me gets a hero. Like,
I give the season a hero. Absolutely.
I give it a hero. Like, I'm not all the internet trolls talking about blah, 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 blah. Fuck y'all. I don't care.
I had a good time every time I chimed in.
Every single bit of it.
So,
yeah, I mean, Fernando, I agree. I mean, of course, we always want more action, but you know what? I'll take the comedy and the legal drama stuff because a lot of it was fun. I can't
wait. Now that they have the model created, I can't wait to see She-Hulk pop into a live action movie in some serious shit and get to work. You know, the team up scene between her and Bruce is going to be fucking rad. You know what I mean? If she jumps in and teams up with Abomination, all the Secret War stuff. All these characters are coming in there.
They're definitely going with I feel like a Hulk's movie is coming out. Like,
well, they have that. They have the Hulks.
It's gonna happen.
You know, with
Hulk, right?
The Hulks. You know, is it going to be like a Gamma team? Is it going to be? You know, I doubt they go Agents of Smash.
The Incredible Hulks.
I think Agents of Smash might work.
Well, that is the Incredible Hulks. Is they changed the comic line? Was it from like 5 something to 550? It was all Hulks because it had all the multiple Hulks in that. Series.
I don't think. I mean, I don't think they could release an Agents of Smash movie with that title. That's all.
Right. I don't think they're going to do it that way.
That's a little too, like, people are going to fuck with the billboards a little too much on Agents of Smash. So.
But you know what? Secret Invasion is the next Marvel series.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So Secret Invasion, because that's the other thing too. Like, they're setting up this whole thing with the Secret Invasion of the Skrulls. Like, it's not going to be a one-off.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I have no idea what's going on in the Marvel universe. And you know what? Whatever.
I'm just riding along.
I complained about it for so long. I'm just like,
it's in that weird little wiggle space between serious shit going on. You know what I mean? The big event happened, and now they're all just kind of hanging out for a little bit before fucking Kang shows up and starts some real shit. So we're just kind of in those interstitial stories. Right?
We're being introduced to the new crop. You know, it's like a horror movie, right?
Setting up the new team. However, this is not phase 1. This is worse than phase 1 at setting characters up. I'm just, just putting it out there. The quality of the entertainment has not been to that level, but we'll see. Like I said, I've enjoyed pretty much everything Marvel has put out in this whole thing to lesser degrees, but haven't really shit on anything. I don't think.
Yeah, the only
Eternals.
one origin movie.
The Eternals was garbage. That was absolutely
yeah,
and Black Widow was no good.
We've got the only real origin movie that we've gotten so far is Shang-Chi, right?
Shang-Chi was really good.
Well, for a movie, yes.
Yeah, that's the only origin movie that we've gotten so far.
Right.
That's the only origin anything. We haven't gotten a show.
No, we got a Moon Knight origin. We got.
I keep forgetting about Moon Knight because it sucked.
Because it sucked ass.
And then we got introduction to new characters like Kate Bishop. Because Hawkeye was big.
No, but I'm talking about movie wise. I'm talking about show wise. I'm talking about movie.
Yeah, movie wise, it was just Shang-Chi was the only.
And we got the completed origin of Peter Parker into the real Spider-Man. Finally,
right? We got his.
Essentially, this is where the second half of Toby's movie picks up. It's at this point in his life.
Yeah, they took three movies to where Sam Raimi was very efficient in one movie.
Efficient or skipped half of life's problems.
The only thing, I know you're gonna chime in and cut me off, but the only thing that is right now, there's no roster team yet. Like the core, like the big five. There's no big five right now. There's no big six. There's no. It's just Hulk, Thor.
Well, there's no Avengers.
They're not even a roster yet. The Avengers are gone,
it's weird. Like who at the end is going to be the Avengers? Because is it going to be everybody? I wouldn't assume it'd be everybody, right? Well, I would assume it would be just maybe 5 players that kind of starts, maybe 10. I wouldn't go 20 or 30 in one fucking movie. Are we going to go there right away?
I think
that's what I don't know. That's what I'm curious about. I'm like, who's the lead of this squad?
What's up, Pacino?
Who's the leader?
Right now, who I think the leader is gonna take the mantle is Sam.
Oh no.
But the thing is, Sean, I actually think
you think Sam is gonna be the leader of this?
Well, he's getting his own movie, right, coming up here, and he already had a series, and he's getting his own movie. But I think what it's building up to is not your normal Avengers, right? I think it's building up to actually the Thunderbolts. I think Thunderbolts is our next big team up, and then they're going to probably fail, which then it'll lead into the Fantastic Four and lead into the need for an Avengers team.
You know what it is, Lo? That's what it probably is. There's no Fantastic Four yet. And I think that's because Reed Richards would be the leader if going forward.
Reed would be one of those. Yeah. Well,
right. You know what I'm saying?
I guess there's no team at all, right? That's the big problem. There's no, everything's scattered.
I'm just the issue I'm just having is who is the heart and the core of the Avengers at this point, because it was Captain America or Iron Man before. Now there's no if Chadwick Boseman was still alive, it would be Black Panther for me, probably. But Thor
he would be one of the main ones, right? But here's the thing, you're right. Thor's off world, right?
Yeah.
Thor's off world, so Thor kind of doesn't count. He's not doing anything here. He showed up because Asgard's here, when Gore showed up.
Right.
But he's not hanging out here.
Right.
Doctor Strange is, jumping through all the multiverses, so he's not here.
Yeah.
Hulk is just doing his own solo story, which he had part of it in She-Hulk, and then he actually left for a while. So nobody's here. Captain Marvel is out of here. Although she swapped places with Miss Marvel and is here now, but that's the thing. All the main characters, the big guns, are off-world.
I swear to God, Lil. Fucking Chris Evans, fucking Captain America. I really feel like it's gonna come back.
Yeah, I think he'll come back at Secret Wars.
I think it's gonna come back in Secret Wars, and then that'll be New World Order.
Did you just put up a doll? What was that?
That was my daughter. She was bringing me this delicious.
Oh, I was I just saw somebody something like a head pop through. I was just oh wow. I think Sean. I think everyone's coming back in Secret Wars, and I think maybe that might be. I
don't think Tony's gonna come back. I think Tony's gonna come back with Ironheart, and it's gonna be all CG with that. I think that is where
Yeah, we talked about that. The hologram version.
Yeah, I think that's it for that. And I'm
but it's
cool.
still gonna be Tony. You know what I mean? You're still gonna hear his voice. You're still gonna get,
Sure.
That
But that's the way. If they don't do that, they're fucking
that
wrong.
motherfucker's gonna turn to Iron Man. That
Yeah,
motherfucker's
James.
gonna be
War Machine is around, but War Machine is again. He's a military guy.
War Machine's
He's
not
doing
like
his military stuff.
Ain't
Like,
no
he
leader
showed
of
up in
fucking
Captain
Avengers.
America.
No. We're gonna get Iron Man's gonna come back, and it's gonna be the AI version of Tony Stark in a fucking suit that operates independently, just like they did with fucking Jarvis and Vision. They're gonna do that same shit with AI Tony, and he's gonna be this like, now I'm immortal.
Where's Vision?
What's up?
Yeah,
Nobody.
I mean, that's the thing. Like,
anymore.
But that's the
It's
thing.
too
Like,
late.
he's gone.
He hasn't popped up in not
White
one
Vision's out there
issue.
fucking. He's hanging out in the mountains, fucking being depressed and shit in a cave or something.
Doctor Strange is going all through the galaxy with his new girl. Like, he's
Mando,
Clea, like
Doctor Strange is hanging out with fucking Charlize Theron, which is where everybody would be if they were given the option.
The problem here, Lil, is I would want it to be Spidey, but I don't know what the fuck Spidey is doing with Sony over here. So that is my problem over here.
There are rumors.
And I would love for Spider-Man to be the core of the Avengers at this point, but it's just not. I don't think it's going to happen.
See, I think Spider-Man is getting kind of more street level, and rumors are that Daredevil Born Again is going to have an impact on Spider-Man, because Daredevil Born Again, what happens in Daredevil Born Again, right? The Kingpin takes over New York. Kingpin becomes mayor in New York. Has that. So what would make sense, right? Then Kingpin being a big villain for Spider-Man as well.
Well, anything happening in New York in the future of the MCU has to incorporate Spider-Man in some way, right? I mean, that's how No Way Home ended. I know. That was the joke. I'm glad you caught it.
Yeah, exactly. That's how No Way Home ended. And I think that's I don't want Spider-Man right now, especially this young Tom Holland, to be the leader. Like, he needs to have his own solo big, street level friendly neighborhood.
But here's the thing: are those solo neighborhood friendly Spider-Man stories going to be impactful enough after having witnessed this Tom Holland fight villains from other dimensions, go to fucking space, fight on an alien planet, all this other crazy shit?
Well,
now he's going to be stopping fucking purse snatchers. I don't want to see that.
The thing is, it's got to be personal, right? It's got to be
Batman is better than that. Put somebody else to stop the fucking carjackers.
It's not purse carjackers. Yeah, he'll have those, quick snippet things here in a montage or something. The story's got to be personal for him. Like, right. Spider-Man's best stories in the comics are when it becomes personal. The Norman-Harry dynamic, right? If you're going to look here, how they can do it here is Ned turning into the Hobgoblin, right? Like, these are the big things. Kirk Connors being his teacher, his mentor, turning into the Lizard. Like, whenever Peter has those dynamic interpersonal stories, it's why Raimi did those stories.
They've ostracized themselves from some of those people. There will be no Lizard. There will be no Dr. Octopus. There will be no Green Goblin.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's
no Sandman, no Electro.
You make it personal with Kingpin. You make it personal with Ned. I really think it's gonna have, Mayor of New York things, because if you look at the 90s cartoon, who was Hobgoblin working for? He was working for the Kingpin. And
right.
I think what a great way for Ned to fall into the wrong hands, get transformed by the Kingpin.
I would love for Ned.
Kingpin is being like the power broker.
Sure. I would love for him to become the Hobgoblin. I don't know if that actor is capable of that transformation. That's all I'm saying. God.
Yeah.
Well, if it's
I like him, but I do not want a large man on a glider.
It could be a CG transformation.
Okay, Lil, check it now. So, Daredevil, Kingpin hires the Punisher, fucking try to kill Daredevil, and that is a whole thing. Like, that's a whole thing.
I can definitely see that.
I can totally see it, because the Netflix universe doesn't count anymore. So it's like now it's reset.
Pick and choose, right? Like, it counts, but it doesn't. Like,
I think
it could be alternate timeline.
You know what I think it is? I think Netflix is variance. And this is because this Matt Murdock and this She-Hulk is not the Matt Murdock from Netflix. Matt Murdock smiled more in the first 2 minutes of him being on this show than he did in the entire 3 seasons.
But
of that
he's
fucking
still
show.
Matt Murdock, though.
No, it's the same actor. He's still doing the right things, but he's acting in a different way. It doesn't feel like it's the character.
It's
the character that ended
universe.
season 3 ended in a dark place, man. It was a dark ending. And then just to be like, hey, yeah, I've just got my practice up and running. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, let's fuck. Like that's a big jump. So I feel like the Netflix is just like a variant universe.
I don't know if I'm gonna go with that, but okay.
I mean, yeah, it could be one of those. How they've explained it, right? Why we have Doctor Stranges that look the same, and why we have Peter Parkers that look different. Like as your universe is further away from,
I just don't think
your universe. It could make those changes. It could be Earth 615 is what we've been watching the Netflix series on, right? But now we're on Earth 616. Like it's just like right there.
And here we can get a better Iron Fist.
Yeah, they can just change that real quick.
Oh my God, Steve, I would love that. Oh my God, I would love it so much.
We can bring back everyone else.
Bring back that actor that played Iron Fist on Netflix and have him begging for change on an overpass while Iron Fist walks by and gives him a nickel.
Karate moves, because I am terrible at it.
His will karate for food.
Yeah.
Yes. Go away.
But a little, Steve, I would a little like, I'm not the big. I told you earlier, I'm not like the biggest Scar reveal fan. Like it could have been a little bit better, but okay, I guess. Like, oh, this is my son. Like, okay, we have to do this. Like, this could.
Well, I think that was also part of the joke, right? Because like they even said it. Like Kevin was saying that they have to reveal and explain everything, and they're like, no, we're not going to do that.
Does it make his early phone call that launched him out of this show seem a little weird? That he's like, God damn it, I gotta go, bro. He's flying up to space like somebody was like, hey, come get your kid.
Yeah, like you gotta pay child support. Like
that would have been even funnier. He comes back and he's like, I had to take him.
He's in debt.
He's like, can I crash here? I had to sell my place.
They age differently on Sakaar, all right? Like, goddamn, that kid is old.
That kid did look old, didn't he? He had a
like, you didn't just pop him out. It's been a minute. But I guess that would have been Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't that long. God damn, motherfucker.
Ragnarok was before
like one of Stranger Things kids.
He's Will Byers.
Will Byers. Oh my God, I'm going to do that fucking Photoshop. I'm gonna do it. Old Will Byers mixed with Scar.
Oh, please do it. Oh my God.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Oh God. I will light up my hand for food. Ugh.
Yeah.
So that's it. I mean, I thought it was great. Hello. Here
we're still on. Sean, you know what else? You know
what, Steve? You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm all Lord of the Rings now.
Sean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have still not watched another episode of Lord of the Rings.
Are you fucking kidding me, dog?
No, but the season's out now. I'll catch up.
The season's over. You should have watched this shit, man.
I know. Now I already know who Sauron is.
Shit.
What?
I said it was every episode. I mean, not I loved it, but every episode was like a movie. It was like the length of a movie.
Did you finish the season, Alu?
No, I got the one more to go.
It was beautiful. Fucking
I got sick this week, so I didn't finish
No.
it. Plus,
fucking Lord of the Rings is better than Game of Thrones right now. Hands down.
Wow.
Hands fucking down.
I thought this episode of Game of Thrones was really good. House of the Dragon. Another time jump. God damn, 3 time jumps. I can't get. That's my one gripe. Is that like
again?
Yeah. Now it's 6 years past where we were just at last week.
Steve, I'm on sidekick there. I'm on like sidekick territory.
I don't like. Well, my thing with the time jump is that like I really miss the first 2 actresses that were playing the characters in the beginning. I love Viserys as a character, the old man king. Like, what a great episode for him. Like,
that was a great episode.
Like his performance when he was all skeletal looking, like, dude, this
when
shit
he opened
was
the door and walked out, that was phenomenal. Like
the fucking cane walking down the stairs, he's like, I'll do it, I'll do it. I'm like, God damn, like, awesome shit. There's some really highbrow shit in
I agree with you. That was, those scenes with him were really, really fucking phenomenal. Like I was just like, damn, he wants an Emmy for this shit, because the walking through was phenomenal. Walking up to the fucking throne,
it was like an 8-minute scene, and I fucking wanted more. I was like, yes,
great. And
show me more of this old man walking.
And then his death was just like how his wife got shit confused.
Oh no, he fucked up. Viserys fucking created the whole bullshit. Like, if he just would have shut up before he died, he just created so much confusion. And naming all of your fucking kids Aegon is a fucking problem.
But he was fucked up. He was senile. Like he
had that milk of the poppy bullshit.
Yeah, he's about to die. So like,
plus they had established earlier in the episode that Rhaenyra had come and visited him more than once at night, and he kept thinking it was his wife, and it wasn't. It was her. So now this time his wife comes and he thinks it's her because his wife hasn't been coming to check on him. Like, you could see how it all works, but it's like, fuck. Because now Rhaenyra, he was saying like, no, what I told Rhaenyra is true. But now fucking Allison is hearing like, oh, no. He's saying our son is the right. And that's his dying word. So she's going to fight tooth and fucking nail for that shit.
Steve, spoiler. When those two, let's just say, when those two battle, it is going to be a bitch when they battle. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Oh, I can't wait.
You know who I'm talking about. Patchy McAdams and motherfucking Uncle. Like, that is going to be a fucking battle. I've already read that shit already. Oh my God, I can't wait.
Oh, from like the book, you read it?
I read the shit from fucking Wikipedia. Game of Thrones Wikipedia. What happens? I was like, oh shit. I was like, I can't wait till they see that shit.
Yeah, but they've been changing shit in the show, so we'll see.
Yeah, but I don't think we'll get that till next season anyway.
But Patch McAdams is a motherfucker.
The motherfuckers look the same, don't they? Him and Matt Smith look the same. They're like brothers.
They're definitely family. This is why they're all yelling at the brown-haired kids.
Yeah, like
all right.
Steve, when my man got his shit sliced up.
Which one?
When the dude was like, they're bastards. He's like, I'll let him keep his tongue.
It's like he knew he was already fucked, so he was like, I'm gonna go out with a bang.
Yeah,
he was like, they're bastards and she's a whore. And I was like, oh, you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
And then pow, right in half, cut his head right in half, clean off.
Fucking tongue was just hanging there. I was like, damn. He's like,
and not only that, they then showed said head 2 other times in ridiculous close-up.
Ridiculous.
You're like, goddamn. They were like cleaning it. They had it all staged up. Like,
they
just push it down. Awesome. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a sidekick with the time jump shit because I'm having a hard time. It takes me half the episode to figure out who's who. Yeah. And then be like, okay, that's who that is. Okay. So like, I feel like I'm not catching a lot of details because I'm doing that constantly.
I'm not in love with the characters because we've gotten the characters in Game of Thrones for so long. It was carried out.
It carried
right.
over.
This is so fucking quick. It's like, they just want to get rid of the season and just move on. And I'm just like, I get it, but like, this could have been drug out a little bit longer. It really could have.
They probably could have done a good job doing like the time jumps every season, right? Do like 4 seasons and do the kids for the first season, then do a time jump for the second season. Jump. We're already in the 3rd time jump.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree with James. The incest shit is getting on my nerves.
It's why
it's like, come on, man. Can we just?
I was like, I just don't need.
So, but James, is that a statement on like porn sites in general or just Game of Thrones? Because
shit.
Okay. Wow, Steve.
Wow. I don't make the sites. That's just what's there.
But I think I mentioned that in the review. I don't know if you listened to that. I think at the end we talked about that was a comic called The Cross. Right? Because the sadness was the one where with the
sadness was the one with the skull fucking.
With the rage. Yeah.
the rage and sexy time.
Dude.
I don't know if I call it sexy time.
I mean, they thought it was sexy as shit. Those rage monsters.
Hey man, yeah, I think I brought that up. I can't remember, but yes.
I watched the first episode of Midnight Club on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
The Mike Flanagan inspired. It's supposed to be like the Mike. They call it like the Flaniverse. Like Netflix is trying to do their own thing, which is fine. But like 2 out of his 3 shows I didn't like. So I'm like, he's the guy who was Haunting a Hill House, which I really liked. Haunting a Bly Manor, which was hot garbage, and Midnight Mass, which is great. Kind of. It was like the good parts were so good, but I hated like all the people and everything they said. So it's like it's hard. It's hard to like it was just everyone was just trying to be more sad than the other person. Like somebody would be talking to somebody like, this happened to me and I'm sad. And then they would be like, oh yeah, well this happened to me and I'm sad. And they just kept going back and forth trying to out sad each other. And it just got exhausted after a while. But Midnight Club, in keeping in with that tone, is a group of children they have different forms of cancer, deadly diseases that are going to kill them, terminal illnesses. And they're in this hospice building and they meet up at midnight and tell scary stories. So I'm first episode in. It seems pretty good. I've heard mixed reviews about the season as a whole. People are like, I just didn't really like it. Some people love it. So we'll see. I'm going to give it a shot. I like the characters, but that's all the first episode really did was just set them up. So we'll see how that goes.
It was not a glowing intro for me to try to pick that up, Steve.
I'm just being honest.
No, I know. I'm just saying. It did not sell me to waste my time on it. So
it might be great. I don't know.
I'll wait for your final tally.
It'll probably be like a psychic. I spent the 10 hours so you don't have to.
That's what we do here. We torture ourselves. That's why we do 31 Days of Horror.
Oh, Steve, I don't know if you watch Polar Opposites on Hulu, but they had a Halloween episode.
Solar Opposites?
Solar Opposites.
I do. I watched the whole first season. I didn't watch season 2, though. I don't know why I haven't gone back to it. I love it, though.
Fucking, they had a Halloween episode. That was fucking great.
Was it good? Okay.
Fucking phenomenal. I fucking love Solar Opposites. It is one of those shows that you just fucking love.
It's just as good as Rick and Morty.
Oh, it's fucking great. It's fucking great.
It's up there.
Yeah. It's like, there was once in a while, I guess we got to give everybody blowjobs. I was like, ooh. So, and the whole town lined up for blowjobs. It was so gross. I was like, oh my God, these aliens.
Hello, have you ever seen Solar Opposites?
Yeah, watch season 1.
Okay, so you know about the wall. They shrink people down.
Oh, the fucking wall is great. The wall wasn't in this Halloween episode. Nothing about the wall was in this episode, but it was still fucking great. One of the kids went to hell. and all the monsters in hell, he like wasn't scared of anything in hell. Like it was just fucking great, man. Oh God.
You know what? That reminds me. I don't really have anything for the toy box this week, but it was my son's birthday. Little Chalupa Batman.
Yeah, that's right.
Turned 8.
Happy birthday.
Turned 8, boys.
I know he
wasn't even alive when we started this shit.
When we did this, I know.
Turned 8 today. Or yesterday, actually. Today, I took him we went and did a virtual reality experience. Okay. Me, Leno's son Jack, and Sebastian went to this VR experience where we were going to play through 3 levels of escalating difficulty, killing zombies in this VR world. It's all untethered, so you don't have wires connecting you to anything. They put the little handle for the VR thing in a gun, so you're holding like an actual, what feels like a big gun. And you have the headset on, and you're in this 10 by 10 square, but they find a way in this virtual reality world to make it really feel like you're walking around, you're moving, like you have to get into elevators and use your handle to move the lever, and then you go up, and then it tells you to go this way and that way, and you're all just walking around this little area. But in the game, it feels like you're going down hallways and upstairs, and it's really cool. At one point, I was riding down a raft, and I just looked down at the water, and I felt like I was moving, like my body felt like I was moving. It was really, really, really cool. I think like this VR stuff is still pretty early relatively in like the video game space. I mean, you got to think like video games been out 60s, 70s, the first 70s, the first like home video games. to now is what we have now. VR's only been a reality for a few years. What they're going to be
now, right?
What they're going to be able to do in the next 10 years, this is going to be the future of shit. Like, it was a 4-player co-op shooter against zombies. I mean, you're running around, you can hear everybody, you're high-fiving in the game. It's amazing. It was like one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had. It was so good. So just what a good thing. What an
interesting.
awesome.
I'm contemplating if I should buy Alex an Oculus. I mean, he loves his VR, and unless I can find a PS5 by Christmas for Christmas and birthday, I should get him the Oculus. Because he loves. I mean, and Ava too. They play Trover Saves the Universe all the time.
So what I've heard is that the PS5 VR, the VR2, the PSVR 2.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah,
is the specs on it are way better than.
And that's what I want to wait for. But he's got friends, and his cousin all have Oculuses, and you can sit there and watch movies and stuff together. And I'm like, that's kind of cool.
It is
like
cool.
if we all had an Oculus, we could actually all review, like, watch a movie at the same time, be in a room together, and like talk to.
We gotta wait till we all have an Oculus to watch Eternals.
I think it'd be, but I think I would be nauseous, like watching.
I can't do it.
I played.
Oh, we're out already. Okay, cool.
I've played Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff, and for a little bit, but I can't handle it for a very long time. There's a few games there that I cannot do. Have a good night, Fernando. There are a few games I can't, like, was it Astro? I think it's Astrobot. I think, like, there's these platforms and, like, you see the ground and stuff, and, like, it just, everything moves around. I just can't play it. I just cannot hang with that game. I mean, it would be, I'd be curious to try a movie, like, where you're, like, virtually sitting in a theater and watching the movie, seeing how that feels. I just don't know. Like, the game piece, I think it's, I don't know.
I've just, like, I felt weird after I played the first PlayStation VR. Yeah. I did. I played the Batman game on the first PlayStation VR. I felt off. The next day. I was just like, I don't feel right. Something was wrong. That fucked with my head a little bit. Today, no problem. It's like whatever that bug was, they ironed that shit out for whatever this was, because I was fine. I took that headset off and it was back to normal. No problem. So I don't know. It was a good time.
All right. Very cool. Sean, you watch anything else?
No, that was really it. That's really it. Nothing else that I know of. Started watching Dahmer. I stopped Dahmer. I couldn't watch it. It was just too sad. I didn't want to watch it.
We kind of lived through that, right? Like, I know. I remember.
I
was close to it, right? Like, I was a kid, like, and it was across the border, in Wisconsin. So, like,
well, it wasn't that close to me. But
I know. I'm just saying, but, like,
I remember that.
You remember the headline?
Yeah, remember that shit. Like, it was like the motherfucker had fucking heads in the goddamn thing. I was like, God dang.
Right.
And I wasn't that close to it. Like, I wasn't going to those theaters. I was like 8 years old.
And they caught that killer in Stockton today. So
I was just about to ask you that.
So we watched for the Netflix documentary coming soon for the serial killer that was caught a mere few minutes away from me just today.
How many people did he get?
The number, the official report is incoming. It's not.
Oh, okay. So
because they're trying to link him to something called the Duck Walk murders, which happened a few years ago too. So it's like it could be higher numbers. So
it's gonna be like that other dude in California that was like doing murders like every 5 years or some shit.
Yeah. You're like, hey, Steve. It's like all the news was like, there's a serial killer in Stockton. You're like, where are you working at? I'm like, fucking Stockton.
I know. That was the craziest shit because I'm like, Steve, be careful, man. Like, I was being honest. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I don't know if you heard about this. And then you send me like a pin drop of where you're located.
It was like 2 blocks away from where the last murder happened.
Yeah, center of a stop.
Then we all blamed it on you.
Yeah, you did. You guys were like, oh, you're a racist. I'm like, what? Like, how the fuck does me at work make you racist?
Sean's like, he's only killing minorities. And then my response was like, Steve's in Stockton. Minorities are dying. What's happening?
I'm the only
Who's the
motherfucker you
killer?
know that's in Stockton, and you automatically blame me in a city of millions. Like, I know someone in Stockton.
He's
What a dick.
I'm calling the police.
A couple of
I know who it
dickheads
is.
in Florida, Delaware, pointed the finger at me. What a bunch of assholes.
How much is the reward money?
I'm like, Sean, turn me in as long as you split it with me, because I'm gonna get off. I'm not guilty.
I got you.
Like, it's 100,000. Split it 50-50.
Shit, I'll just split that real quick. No, I ain't got nothing else, man, this week. That was about it. I do got stuff in the toy box, though.
There is news, real quick. The Gotham Knights game that we talked about will have 4-player co-op
So
in a separate game mode. Campaigns are only for up to 2 players, the campaign mode. But there will be an arena-based mode, a different kind of game mode where you can have 4-player co-op. So
it'll be like kind of like why am I drawing a blank?
kind of like Sniper Elite, Sean, or anything else that we've done. Arena-based, you have objectives, you have to do the thing, you have different maps.
Well, right, but it's an AI arena, right? Like it's kind of like what was that samurai game we were playing on the PlayStation 4?
Oh, exactly. Ghost of Tsushima, just like that.
Exactly.
Like but the co-op on that was great. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was one of my favorite games. We were playing that quite a bit, and I was like, I love this thing. Okay, so I will, for that, pick up Gotham Knights to play when you guys want to play that. When you guys are done with your mission, because I'm sure you'll want to play through that and play through your Batman story.
Next Friday, I'm on. That shit is. I am downloading that at midnight on Thursday. Like as soon as it's ready, boop. So
is that
I think Lino's in too. So
that's not only on PS5, right? That's on everything.
Wait, so how the hell is Lino gonna play?
What do you mean?
Are you gonna play? If you're gonna play with him by yourself, then that's fine.
No. I got Lino to jump on
so
that when we do the, I convinced him when the news came out for co-op yesterday. I was like, look, 4-player co-op, we can do it.
I don't know. Now you got your real friend now.
No. I also already caveated that with, but I'm playing the campaign with Sean.
Sean,
it's hard to choose between my black friends.
I was gonna say you're interchangeable to him as long as he's got one on the call. It don't matter.
Hey, as long as I have one, my card is valid. All right.
Oh man. I don't have anything for the 12.
First time I see you fucking play with Lino, I'm jumping off with you and I'm playing with Lil.
What other game should I pick up? Should I pick up the new 2K?
I'm like, Lil, you want to play? I still haven't picked up 2K yet.
I know I want to get the Jordan one, but I'm like, I just have no desire.
$100 for that shit.
That and like every time I play, it's such a grind to play. To play through the seasons and everything, like do all the, and it's just like to start over again. I'm like, I just don't want to do that.
Yeah, and you don't want to play me, so.
Against you now, you just destroyed me.
You,
so Pacino be your friend.
Pacino's got my back tonight.
Although, did you watch the Redeem? You didn't watch the Redeem Team yet, right?
No, I did not watch the Redeem Team. I watched the part of the first episode. I watched part of the first episode, but I want to get into it though. Like I watched the trailer just because I was like, because you texted Dream Team, and I'm like, do they have a?
There's only one episode, right? I think it's only one episode.
Okay, then I only watched half of it. Yeah.
It's only just a full thing.
Yeah, I liked in the trailer that they were all talking about Kobe running through Powell, like when he blew him up. And I still remember watching that. And like,
I watched that shit. I didn't know he said all that shit, but.
I didn't know I just remember him blowing him up in the game, and then the fact that he's just like,
James team was awesome, man.
He's my brother, but
inserting Kobe into that team, man, it just changed the dynamic of what they had to get done, and Jason Kidd too.
Well, right, and I look at it this way, like no joke, like Kobe taught all of them the killer instinct,
the ethics, the work ethic, exactly. Of what Kobe did.
Right. But again, it's a passed down trait. Like, Bird and Magic and them to
Michael passing down to Kobe.
KG, and all these guys. All because like all you see how it's passed down. The problem is like it's lost in translation. Like that what Kobe passed down to these guys, they took it, and I don't think that they passed it down to anybody else. I don't see it in anyone else. Like I don't see.
This is the thing that everyone knows what Kobe's work ethic was. It's now you have to adapt that into yourself. It's not even passed down. It's if you want to do it. And I
don't think these cats want to do it anymore.
There are only. It's like how they say once in a generation talent. Like
there's nobody there.
Talents aren't there with players anymore, and I think that and again you had the Magics, the Birds, the Michaels, the Kobes, and I don't think anybody really from his class was really on Kobe's level, to be honest. I can honestly tell you that I don't think anyone else was really on Kobe's level
with the mentality.
Yeah,
the only one I would say I think Duncan was close.
Tim was very fundamental though. Like he was a fundamental mindset.
But he was a killer on the flour.
He was a killer. Oh, absolutely.
Like,
one of the greatest power players of all time.
And same with KG. But then like
I can't not give it to KG on that level because one, he only won one fucking title and they won that. They fucking got lucky. Let's be honest. Motherfuckers got lucky because the fucking Lakers weren't at fucking full power then. Listen, I'm keeping it 100. They got that shit, and they lucky they got it.
Right when I was saying this, I was trying to figure out your angle, and then I remembered that he won that title against the Lakers, and I know you can't. I know you can't give him any props for that.
I'm not giving them motherfuckers.
I got you.
And I'm just saying that it okay, they got it. I mean, shit, it's a championship. You got a championship, but if I can't give it to Kevin because Kevin did not fucking win it in Minnesota. He had to go to Boston. Like you give shit to LeBron, is the same shit that I give to fucking Kevin.
And you know what? And that's fine.
And Ray
Allen. Then to me, like to me, LeBron's not even in the top 5. Then
I still do to myself. I don't think LeBron is fucking top 5 player of all time. I think that LeBron is great. He is great, but I will never put him in my top 5, even though people will. They'll put LeBron in their top 5. LeBron does not go over Kobe to me. He just doesn't.
I have a hard time putting him above Kobe, above Magic, above Larry, above Michael.
Of course.
Like those 4, and then I look at it again, and I'm like, you know what? I just said Tim. I don't know, like. Tim's got 5 rings,
but Tim doesn't go over top of it. To me, if I had to take a player of that, I would take Shaq.
Yeah,
because his dominance was just
Shaq would be
generational.
Exactly, Shaq would be up there too.
Like again, people will always say like Wilt and Wilt and Russell, but I just don't. I never really seen Russell and Wilt play. I've seen Magic and Bird play. I've seen Michael and Kobe play. I've seen Shaq play. I've seen their dominance, and I've seen how they did. So I can only put them at that level because I only seen them. I didn't see Wilt play. I didn't see Bill Russell play.
I agree with you, man. Like I agree. If you want to give it to the winningest, you know what? That goes to Bill. If you wanted to give it to the most ferocious, I think it goes to Michael because Michael would have murdered anyone. Hardest working.
Michael to me is still the greatest basketball player of all time. To me, that's just how I look at it. I don't give a fuck.
Hardest working probably was Kobe. Most dynamic, I think, is Magic because Magic can just do anything.
Agreed.
Magic played center and won the title.
And won a fucking title.
Was MVP. The best player technically went out in Kareem, and he's like, you know what? I'll play center, and guess what? I'll almost get a triple double. Did he? maybe he did get a triple double. He had 15.
I think he did.
I think it was an assist short, if I can remember. I think he had 15.
Yeah, I can't
boards,
remember
though.
exactly. But
Yeah, but it was again crazy, and it's a different era, so it's not like it is now. You know, he's getting beat up. I mean, Dr. J was mauling him down there, like punching him in the face. I mean, like watching these documentaries and seeing how physical things got. It's crazy.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, people would be arrested for assault right now.
Yeah,
half these players. Devontae Adams has been charged for just pushing a dude that bumped into him. Like, imagine, you remember they say Kareem punch to the face?
Yeah,
it's like, come on.
And Bird I don't know why Bird still sits up there, but Bird was great.
The best guy to steal your ex is Derek Fisher.
Oh shit. Why y'all gotta go at Derek Fish, man? Yeah, even though I don't fuck with Derek Fish like that either. That was some bullshit he did to Matt Barnes. But I mean, I don't know. I thought the Lakers documentary was great. I'm gonna tell you real quick, and Steve, if you're listening, I cry like a motherfucker, man. Like, listen, I cry every time I see Kobe. I get misty-eyed because
that's your guy.
Kobe impacted me. So it's like for me to watch the documentaries on, you know, the Lakers documentary on Hulu, and then which stopped this. It was a hero. It just watching it. It's just like, man, you know, the world fucking cried like when Kobe died. Like the world, like shed tears. It's just like, yo, fucking the world. The world was fucked because it was tragic, and it was just like, fuck, Kobe Bryant died. Like, god damn. Out of anybody, you would never come to see that. And watching it on TV again and watching it again, yo, the world just, it really did. I mean, we was going through COVID and shit, but like, it still was like, fuck, like this has happened. And that was sad. And watching everything impact, even watching the Redeem Team, watching how much China loved fucking Kobe Bryant was like Michael level. Yeah. Kobe Bryant. Like, when you watch it, you're like, god damn. Like, I didn't realize.
Well, I remember that. I remember like it. I mean, again, like I still think he's number 2 all time. I don't know why people keep jumping everybody else over Kobe.
I don't understand it either.
Kobe got 5 rings, you know, and I get it. You know, he was young, you know, with those first 3 titles, and he had a Shaq, but he still got 5 rings, and he went to the finals 7 times.
And he was with the fucking Lakers the whole fucking time.
Yeah, I agree.
Give that man his fucking respect. I don't give a fuck. Like, give that man his respect. So anyway, moving on. That was it. That's it for that. Going to the toy box, I guess. A little, because I think. Well,
it's all you, man. I don't got anything. Oh, I mean, I went to a. So we have this big comic shop like chain down here called Coliseum of Comics. I don't know if they have more like further up or whatever. So they do what they call like their garage sale. It seems like every 6 months, and they have like a big like room rented out at this place called Deezer Park, and it's like this crazy place. I've never been there. They have go-karts and all this kind of stuff. It's a really fun place. I wanted to take pictures and send it to you guys, but we were just running around this whole thing. They have this crazy the Mad Magazine guy, like his head, like a bobblehead thing on top of a giant car. Like, it's a giant head. It's like 10 feet tall. Like, it's crazy. And then they had like all like replicas of like all different like famous cars and stuff like that, and like all this other stuff. It's a really cool area. But they did this big thing. So like you fill up an entire comic box today. So they started Friday, and it was $75 for the comic box and $1 for all back issues. 50% off all toys and stuff. I sent you like that picture of that Batman thing that came from the Warner Brothers store.
Yeah, but it looked kind of faded.
It was a little faded, but on top of that, it was also 60% off that $300. So it'd have been like $140.
I'm fine with the one I have.
They had a Superman one too.
Mine's crystal a little, so I'm like,
no, I know you got another one, but today was $60 to fill up a box. You know, so they gave you a box, fill it up. So I started, the kids were running around, they were looking at all the toys and the Funko Pops they filled up an entire just box themselves of toys. I was not happy with that because I was focusing on the comic books. But I found a bunch of good books. I just didn't want to bring them all up. I haven't sorted them all out yet, but I got a second copy of the first cameo of Scar, World War Hulk #5. 50, it was 50, 75 or 60 cents, right? Because I got like 130 books for $60. The only book I paid more for is they had a big wall area, and it's faded a bit, because but I got it for $20. It was Tales to Suspense 62, I think, and it's the first cover appearance of the leader. So it's the second appearance of the leader, second appearance of Atuma, because it was the two stories with Giant Man and the Hulk. Yeah. And it was his first cover appearance. So it was like, again, it's faded. It's probably like, 3.5, 4.0. Like, it's a good condition. It's just faded. So those are harder to sell because they don't present as well, than like if you had something, taped up and stuff. But so I got that, and I got some other decent books that I found. I just was like, because you're flipping through, and it's just giant bins of comics, so it's like not everything is mint. So, I'm going to try to press some things. I got a bunch of like Virgin variants and ratio books. But like I found, quite a few $30 and $40 books. Nothing like you found today. Like nothing that would have gotten me excited like some of the books you found today. But yeah, so I mean, once I pull those out, I'll figure out which are the goodies that I got, but that was kind of what I did today.
Yeah, I went to the farmer's market, and the guy was giving he's not
giving. I'm moving you to solo screen here because
but he was selling $2 comic books, and I just started going crazy and fucking buying books. Like I just bought a bunch of them. I mean, I showed a little. I got Spider-Man. What's this? Spider-Man 32. It's,
Web of Spider-Man 32.
That's a nice cover. I like
that's
that.
My favorite. That's one of my favorite covers, man.
Yeah, great cover. $2. I got Marvel .1, which is the first appearance of
Sam Alexander.
Sam Alexander. Great book. I got Spider-Man #1, Miles Morales. Seen that. $2. I got Nova #1. I already have it, but this was a cleaner copy, so I grabbed that one. I got Miss Marvel #1. This was not her first appearance, but her first solo book. I also got Young Avengers #1, which I already have, but it's actually it's a blank cover, and then this cover's on the inside. So I have that. This was a good book. I got Punisher #1.
Yeah, newsstand. $150.
$150 newsstand for $2. Master of the Universe #1. DC book. Really cool cover. It's newsstand.
That's another nice cover. Man, that looks good.
Yeah. I found a couple of Jim Lee books that I thought was really cool. Fantastic Four #2. Really cool cover, but it's a Jim Lee cover. Can't go wrong with those. And then this one, which I really like. I love that cover. I got Ghost Rider. I already have this one, but it's kind of messed up, so I got a new one that's actually cleaner. This is Ghost Rider #1. This was the new Ghost Rider, and then Ghost Rider issue 2. $2, both $2. I got Thunderbolts #1, variant cover. Really cool cover. Good to have. Spider-Gwen sketchbook cover. Rando. Again, I told you I got Thor, God of Thunder, which is this is second appearance or first appearance? Second appearance of War of God Butcher in his awesome look, not the Christian Bale look. and I got Thor issue 1, which is the first appearance of Gore the God Butcher. $2, which is crazy. Steve, I've been clamming for this book forever, and I've always wanted this book, but I finally found it for $2. This was This is Batman 497, where Batman gets his back broken by Bane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful cover.
Clean book, clean cover. I think I might get that graded. I found this Ghost Rider, which is a really cool fucking blank cover, but it's the Midnight Massacre cover, but it has like you can't really see it, but it's like texture on it. It's really fucking cool. Really
What
cool.
number? What did you say that was? Ghost Rider Midnight Massacre?
Midnight Massacre, Ghost Rider issue 40. Blank.
Is that the 90s one?
Well, don't give me the line. I have no idea why.
No, I was just curious. I don't remember seeing that book. That's why.
Yeah, neither do I. I just grabbed it because I thought it was a cool cover. I got Web Warriors issue 1.
Yeah, it's a cool cover.
Yeah, cool cover, and Web Warriors issue 2. And then I got which I thought this was a great cover. This was Flashpoint Batman, Night of the Vengeance. I think it's like a $15 book. Got it for $2.
That whole story is just so cool.
Yeah, right. Yeah, really cool. Again, Thor number.
Good night, Pacino.
Thor number 3. I love this. This is a really cool cover. I've always wanted this book too. Punisher 2099.
What a ridiculous suit, but so good.
Ridiculous suit.
I love it.
I just love the cover. I was like, fuck it. I just want it.
Like how has the teeth going from the crotch all the way up to his
Yes. And then I got Punisher Warzone. Really cool cover. John Romita Jr. But this one opens up and there's like a thing on the inside a little. This is like a cutout right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Really cool cover. Those are some of the books that I got. So, and I didn't talk about last week that I got 2099 graded at 9.8.
I know, and I'm jealous of that. I mean, I just want it for my own.
I meant to tell you I got that. Sorry for walking away.
That's all right. I mean, you are on solo screen, so everybody got it.
Yeah. Hey, look, you peeped that adult Happy Meal in the background there.
Oh, Steve,
did you get it?
This one? Of course I did, and I got two, and I got Birdie and Cactus. They're all sold out.
Dang.
Fucking like I was trying to go back and get the other ones, but they were
on the second market. Those are going to be going for a pretty penny.
They are, yeah. And I got this is what I was selling. I got Spider-Man.
That's very nice.
9.8, 2099, which is great. And a little. I do have Giant Size X-Men that I won't have until probably a couple weeks, but the process is there, so it will be in my hands. Nice. I want to thank listener James for sending me over some VHS tapes this week. Much appreciated. But real quick before I get to those, I found this dancing. I'm gonna keep going. I got some more shit. I found this dancing Coke can from the 80s, and it does dance when you play music. So when you play music, he'll start to dance and stuff. If I said, "Let's go, little buddy, let's go, little buddy," he starts dancing. And like
That's
he'll
awesome,
he'll start dancing around. James, I'm gonna get to your VHS tapes. I do appreciate it, but really, really cool. Thought this was really great. It'll go well with the VHS collection. I got these today, which are
I'm jealous of these. Right,
awesome.
Here.
Fucking 1986. Photon laser tag game, fucking guns. Love this shit. I remember this game. You had the whole mask. I know you remember a little.
I do.
Sean, you need to have those things in a display on the wall, like set up. Like, it's so clean.
These were so fucking.
Look at the stickers on those. The stickers are even fucking perfect. Like, you don't see stickers that shiny. Come on.
Yeah, if you're an '80s kid, you got to remember Photon. It has the little blasters in it and everything. Really
Sean,
fucking cool.
Real quick, take a look at those guns. Look at them real quick. Like, look at the sides of them. That's why we fucking hate you.
Why?
Because you find shit like that all the time.
What? I mean, what do you want me to do, man? It's like
no, you have to buy them. They're so good, dude. Those are.
I know. I was telling Jenny. I was like, especially after you sent me a picture of that Punisher, because you said you got Punisher, and then all of a sudden it was, oh, it's a newsstand, and I'm like, oh, it went from $40 to $150. That's why I sent you that snippet. I'm like, damn it, like.
Sean,
And
those
you
are
find it
clean
for
though.
$2.
I really like that. The photon blasters.
It was fucking great, Steve. It was just like fucking 80s. Thank you so much. Oh, and I also got for Nintendo, for Super Nintendo, which I'll have soon as well. Star Wars.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that in the Super Nintendo when I get it. And then I got, which I'll fucking love this, and I'm actually recreating one of the characters. What's this?
TNC Surf Design.
TNC Surf.
I know. I have it, and I was telling you, like, we need to do something with that color scheme. Like, that, like we need to do something with that because
I know I got to figure it out.
I love how that looks.
So yeah. Oh, but also James, want to thank you. I already have this though, but this is VHS tape. It's his Star Trek. I have that one though already.
Awesome cover. I love the colorway on that.
I love that
purple
too.
and blue.
Armageddon. I actually don't have Armageddon. No, I think I do have Armageddon. This is the widescreen version.
Say, how do you not have Armageddon?
Yeah, I have Armageddon, Steve.
But he's got full screen.
But now you got the widescreen edition.
Kentucky Fried Movie. Fucking love this. I love this cover. Fucking great cover.
That's a really nice cover. Man,
I remember this movie from the 80s. It was a really great movie. Bad Boys on widescreen. I actually have Bad Boys though, but I do appreciate it.
That's a cool cover though.
Widescreen version. Yeah, really, really cool. I got a fucking great movie I love. DC Cab.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Look at that side, Steve.
Man, that was gonna look nice on the shelf.
I know. I fucking been looking for DC Cab forever.
That's clutch.
My daughter actually wants this tape because she thinks it looks beautiful, and it's Purple Rain. And this cover looks fucking amazing.
That's a really nice box.
And look at the I can't see the box. It's like has like flowers and shit on it.
I like that old Warner Brothers logo, man.
Yeah, look at that, man.
That is clean.
Fucking great. So my daughter wants this one, so she gets to take that one. Thank you, James, for that. Steve, I mean, this is a great one, but it's not the original one, but it's still good. But it's got that red box at the top. It's Spaceballs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I have Spaceballs. I think I have another version that's like a special edition thing. I don't think it's the original release, but it's not that box.
Yeah. Fucking James, you came through with this one, dog. Boomerang. Fucking.
There you go. Look, it's still got the plastic on it. It's open on the bottom now.
Yeah, but it's open on the bottom. Which
that's still good, but that's fine though because the box. That means the box is in great shape.
Yeah, it's in great shape though. So I'm like, it don't matter. Like I was gonna watch it anyway. One of my favorite movies again, Distinguishing Gentlemen 11.
Love it.
I fucking love this movie. I really do.
It's a good movie.
Is really a great movie. Fucking great movie. Let's see. He sent me. He gave me, which is a great fucking movie. Love this movie, Cannonball Run. Fucking love this movie. Great movie, great ensemble cast, fucking phenomenal.
Another painting cover, love those.
Yeah, great. One of my favorite movies again. Who's the Man? Fucking with Dr. Dre and Lover. Who's the Man? It's fucking great. God. Love this fucking movie.
Man,
great movie. James came through, man. These movies got me a good one though. Fucking Spike Lee joint, School Days.
I know.
Fucking.
I saw that. I think that's what I texted back. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Damn, look at this. Oh, now there's your big dilemma, Sean. Which fucking side? Because they both look great. Like that's an amazing side box.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. That's better.
But that's that clean.
Yeah, I need all Spike Lee movies though. I gotta get like fucking Do the Right Thing, Crooklyn. I gotta get all those like Mo Better Blues. I gotta get all those because I do want those. This was a great one because I remember watching this movie back then. Street Fighter the movie.
I need
the anime.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one, right, Steve? This was a fucking great movie.
That's a really good one. Oh, I like that.
I did find some movies, and I found some movies. Steve, I didn't even tell you last week. I went to Goodwill. Holy shit, Steve! I came through with some fucking gems. So I don't know.
Goodwill's out here don't sell shit. So weird. I said the Goodwills out here don't sell shit. They don't have no fucking movies. It's weird.
James is sending you Crooklyn, Sean.
Oh, need that. Fucking love Crooklyn, man. Fucking love Crooklyn. Crooklyn. What happened to Rerun and Roger? I used to love that shit. I found this really one. This was like you and Lil would love this one. This is Merchants of Menace, NFL greatest hits.
I like those old sports tapes.
GTX presents. I love it. You
Love that old
got
shit.
it after buying a case of oil for your car.
Steve found Mighty Ducks in a box.
In the slim box. Yep, I
Yeah.
got that same thing. It's a good. I love that box.
Yeah, I love that box. Steve, you asked me if I had it. Finally found it. Falling Down with Michael Douglas.
Yep, got that one. Amazing cover. Great
Yeah,
movie.
amazing cover.
Doesn't really hold up now, but still pretty good.
Yeah, no, it doesn't hold up now.
Well, now it's just a problem with the guy with mental health issues that nobody's helping. So
Yeah,
it's like, oh.
I got Turtles 3. I don't know why, but I just grabbed it.
I need that. I have Turtles 1 and 2. It's a terrible fucking shit movie, but I want it to complete the trilogy.
Yeah,
Oh, shit, I saw it today. I thought you already had it. I told Alex to put it
I
down.
don't have it. I've only found it once, and it
trilogy-
was like $10. I was like, I'm not paying that.
Trilogy is complete with that one. Steve,
James does not have Crooklyn. He says, sorry, he has Clockers.
Oh, clock. Yeah, I'll take that too if you want to send it to me. Steve, I found Clear and Present Danger sealed. I found this sealed, and I got a couple more right here too. I found a fucking Akira at Goodwill.
Come on. Don't you already have Akira?
Yeah, but this was look at the box in the back though, Steve.
How the
It's all fucked
I mean,
up.
it's all fucked up,
wrong.
but like now you got two Akira. Look, look at the side, the fucking vertical text. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Fucking great cover though.
God damn it.
This is
don't even-
like a $20. Even in this condition, it's still like a $20 fucking
I
VHS.
don't have one Akira. You got two.
All right, I'll send it to you then if I get a chance.
Canada. No, I'm just kidding. No, don't send me anything.
I found Monty Python and the Holy Grail sealed
That's clutch right there.
with
That's
yeah, right? With the watermark on it, Steve.
the studio watermark.
Yep, studio watermark.
That's got to be worth something.
I don't know. I don't think it is, but still fucking awesome. Then Clear
If
Present
Critters is, then that is.
Well, yeah, but Critters is horror, and Monty Python was kind of probably. I think it was released a lot. So
Yeah. Mighty
baby.
Python. Found this weird Pinocchio box. I don't know if it's
Weird.
a bootleg.
Maybe
Oh,
somebody just like put the
Yeah, I don't
the
know.
art in another box. I don't know, but it's got the black diamond on it. So
I know it's weird. I don't know. Found some Goosebumps.
those are awesome. I love those. Those are great. Look how fucking 90s those look with the purple and the green and the blue. Like,
Fucking great, right?
dang,
Found
Mhm.
another Goosebumps.
nice. You need the mask one. The mask one or Slappy. That's what you need.
I had the mask one. Slappy one. I thought I had it, but I don't think I picked it up. Tom and Jerry the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I found Secrets of Nim because I have it on box, but I found it like this.
Oh, I don't have the clamshell. I have the slim cover, but
Yeah, I have this one cover too. But I
any
found-
Secret of Nim, buy them all.
Yeah, just buy.
So
it.
good.
I also found Darkwing Duck.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I already have it though. Austin Powers.
Yeah, I got all those.
Yeah. Dracula. Which I don't
Great box. Got it.
have it. Needed it. Fucking Mighty Max.
There you go. Man.
Fuck. I was like,
Even
dude.
fucking Mighty Max had better animation than most of the shows these days.
Yo, Mighty Max has some great fucking animation. In the Mouth of Madness. Don't even know what the fuck that is.
Oh, Sam Neill. Yeah.
Yeah, Sam Neill was in this. John Carpenter movie, isn't it?
I think so.
And I found 100 greatest touchdowns. And Steve, I feel like I want to send that to you.
Oh, look at that. Bengals Niners. That was a fucking Super Bowl right there.
It's a really cool cover. I was thinking about you. I was like, damn, Steve would love to probably have that just to have it.
The Niners. I wonder how many Niners touchdowns are in that fucking top 100 list.
I mean, the best. It's only the greatest one. Fucking Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. I mean, come on.
I mean, that's it.
Or Dwight Clark in the end zone. I think that'd probably be
The catch. Literally,
True.
the
Dwight
catch.
Clark. That's what I meant to say, Dwight Clark.
That's probably the number one. I mean, it's got to be.
It's got to be. Yeah, clearly. I mean, there was some great fucking Joe Montana, Jerry Rice movies.
I mean, well, there was some great touchdowns in the fucking Bills Chiefs game for in the fucking playoffs last year. So,
Well, that game's tomorrow at 4:30.
Oh, and I got
I'm watching that.
Porky's. I got Porky's.
Yep,
which is
I got
really,
Porky's.
really.
It's gross, but it's an awesome movie. Awesome.
Yeah. Halloween Resurrection.
Amazing.
I don't have that one, but that's nice. Oh, you got the fucking Hollywood video sticker on there too.
I do.
So
like
nice.
Like my mom was saying, here, take it.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Yeah, and then I got Hulk animated cartoon.
Nice.
With the Fox.
Oh, the Fox Kids logo.
Yeah, Return of the Beast. Really cool. That's it.
Very nice. Very nice.
That is it for this week. You can take me off.
Take you off solo. Bring you back, and Steve's still.
Oh, I just didn't see a point in having my.
And this is why I need to tap out of VHSs because I have too many.
It's that. I mean, you see, it looks like a fucking Lego wall behind me. It doesn't even look like tapes anymore.
It is so
crazy.
bad. I didn't realize how much I consumed. I was like, damn, I consumed a lot of VHS.
It happens so fast, though.
It did. It really did. It's disgusting.
You go from picking up 1 to 5 boxes at the same time.
It got bad, really bad. But the boxes look so nice, you can't pass them up. Steve, I'll tell you what I did miss though. I went today to the farmer's market, and the guy said, "You just missed all my Friday the 13th." And
that's if that happened, that because you told me that story already. So is that twice that happened to you?
It happened again today.
Fuck that. That's
dude. They out there early, man. It's like
that's too many times. I'd be twice. All the Friday the 13th twice. No.
I know. It just keeps happening, man. I'm just like, fuck it. But he had some shit, though. I didn't even pick it up, but I went back, and a guy that I know who picks up VHS Take 2 picked it up. It was Jamie Lee Curtis's first movie when she was an aerobics instructor with John Travolta.
I remember that. What's that called? Like Body Heat or something?
Body Heat, yeah. Yeah, she was on the cover of it. He showed me. I was like, oh, shit, I didn't even see that over there. But I was like, I could have got that.
Jamie Lee Curtis, man.
Anyway, all right, that's it, Lil. What are we doing next?
Do you have any news or anything to talk about? I mean, we talked about kind of the Marvel news already, but
well, there was one thing I saw today, a big rumor. Oh, it was called Perfect, not Body Heat. I just looked it up.
Do we got any trailers? Because I swore I thought I was watching a trailer today that I wanted y'all to see. Did you see a new House Party trailer?
Oh
my god!
And especially that LeBron's putting it out. I don't even want to.
It's in LeBron James's house.
I don't want to do it. I'm not doing it.
I ain't gonna do it to you. I'm gonna leave it alone.
I'm not doing it, Sean. I'm gonna just shut. But if you try to play that trailer, I would just end the show, end the broadcast.
God damn!
I'm joking.
There was nothing else anyway.
Yeah, I don't think there was much this week. I mean, I know, like we said, Marvel's they've reset their dates, so everything that was released on Comic-Con, the timelines are all messed up now, thanks to Blade.
I don't understand how they're having such a hard time finding.
Here's all our release dates. Just kidding.
I don't know how they're having such a hard time fucking finding a director for Blade.
Well, I think they found somebody. I think that there's rumors that they're. I forgot now what movies.
It's always rumors.
Well, yeah, Harrison Ford is Thunderbolt Ross now. Rumor.
There's another one. Sacha Baron Cohen
as Mephisto.
He's gonna
appear in Ironheart. Get the fuck out of here.
I told that to Jenny, and she's like, "Haven't we already been through this now for the last 2 years? Like
everybody's already tired of Mephisto."
But you know what?
Like, he's not even been on.
Wouldn't that be genius? The one series that you would not think he would pop up in pops up. Like, why Ironheart? Why Riri?
A little stop. So I'm getting
bring him in, and then all of a sudden it's all Mephisto. It's always been Mephisto.
Oh my god!
No, I don't want that, and I don't want that in Ironheart. So, the big reveal of the entire MCU is debuting on season 4 or season 1, episode 4 of Ironheart.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Although I do think Sacha Baron Cohen could play a good Mephisto. He's got that lanky body. I think you could, get him some good makeup, get some practical, some latex. You can have him pull it off easy, but not for Ironheart.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't know, Sean. I'm not seeing any trailers that released this week.
Yeah, I'm not either. I mean, I know we're gonna do a review of Halloween Ends. We're gonna end the show and then go right after to our review live. So if you want to stick around for that, you can.
R.I.P. Robbie Coltrane.
Yes, Hagrid has passed away, and that is very sad. I mean, he's only 72, I believe. So I mean, not that old. But, and so did Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury did die.
Crazy.
Murder, She Wrote, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I used to
In the Company of Wolves.
Beauty and the Beast. I used to
Of course you go werewolf.
I have to. That's just how it is.
To me, it was Murder, She Wrote. I used to watch that shit all the time with my grandma. Like, I used to love Murder, She Wrote, man. Yeah,
you know what? So did Jenny. Jenny watched it without her grandma. Jenny just watched it.
I fuck with Angela Lansbury. I don't know why.
She knew all the shit. She had all the smoke.
She's get on her typewriter.
Yo, she would fucking ruin cats' lives with that typewriter, bro.
Yo, she would.
She would write people in. She would cancel the fuck out of people with that typewriter.
She was canceling motherfuckers out.
Sean, have you seen the artwork for the Killer Clowns from Outer Space video game?
Yeah, I did.
Dude, that looks great. I just wonder I haven't really read that much on it. Like, is it kind of like the Friday the 13th game that came out where you're running clowns versus people? Is it just in different maps, kind of like Dead by Daylight? Is it something like that? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any real news that we haven't kind of already touched on. Yeah.
I mean, shit.
I guess that's it. So with that, thanks guys for listening. Thanks for your support. There's no Guardians trailer. James?
What?
James, you better start watching them crazy YouTube.
I spoiled myself. I already watched the after credit scene from Black Adam. I already watched it. Yeah.
How did you watch
it? Is it what I said was going to be, or what I told you?
I don't know. I don't remember what you told me.
I'm
usually pretty stoned.
That you'll be very happy.
Oh, I'm thrilled to death.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go see
it. And why would you do that and not send it to me, Steve?
I don't know. It was a moment of weakness, I guess.
And Steve,
you are a fool for this one.
I was waiting for you to see it. You were like, Steve, if you're listening, and I was fucking working on that.
Oh my god, I love you for that one.
Is there a way you could put that on the screen a little?
No.
What if I email it to you?
No.
Why won't you put? Oh, that's right. I know why you won't put that on the screen.
I'm not putting any of that stuff on the screen.
Oh, guys, because I can share it from my computer, put it on my computer, but never mind.
No.
Anyways, I made a funny picture of Will as Scar. That's all.
It is great. See, phenomenal.
Write it into the show if you want to see it. I'll send it to you in a private message. But we can't have a paper trail.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see anything. And with that,
I love you even picked up your phone and you didn't even fucking smile, you bastard. I was watching you. I was like, fuck, he's not even a fucking wink, nothing. Sean breaks into uproarious laughter.
It was great.
You motherfucker.
Oh,
I'm not going to hold back your greatness, Steve.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'm all about stifling. I'm all about stifling that. All right. Well, that's it. Thanks for listening. This is Lil.
This is Sean.
And this is Steve. And until next week, everybody, keep it geeky.
Steve,
and with that, we're not done. And we're going to go right into...
Oh, we get to this. Enjoy it.
Welcome to the Geekz 31 Days of Horror.
Although the scream grows on you. It grows on you.
That's why I keep putting it in. So welcome to the Geekz 31 Days of Horror for Halloween. This is Lil.
This is Steve.
And this is Sean.
And tonight we're reviewing Halloween Ends. So for those of you who are not live with us, we'll play for you our rating system. Those of you who are live with us, you know what our rating system is. 0 to 0. So, Halloween Ends. The saga of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode comes to a spine-chilling climax? I don't know. Sure, that's what it says. Starring Jamie Lee Curtis. The scream was, yeah, exactly. The scream's always a good touch. I'm gonna butcher her last name. I always do. Andy Matichek, James Jude Courtney, Rohan Campbell, Will Patton, and just others. So
Will Patton. It's just
Will Patton just shows up here.
horny old man.
I like your hair, Laurie. I was like, what? What? So Halloween Ends.
I'll go first if you want.
Okay, Steve. What do you think of Halloween Ends?
Low sidekick. Low
sidekick. All right.
So I love the opening. Thought the opening was very jarring, very abrupt, very graphic. And there is a specific junkyard scene later on in the movie that I rather enjoyed. Other than that, though, this movie's pretty shit. The dialogue, this Romeo and Juliet love story here that, I mean, they're dealing with 10-year relationship problems in day 2. I don't get any of this. I love the fact that the first 2 movies took place in the same night. And then this one just does a fucking abrupt time jump to, was it a year later? Or
It's a year later was the opening, and
then
it's
4
years later.
So just 5 years. We're just gonna jump 5 years. Like, I don't like that. Like, I thought we were just gonna tell like one final night kind of through line story, and we just I don't know. I felt cheated by this movie. I felt
it can't
disrespected by this movie.
Then it's November 1st. At that point.
Fuck it. It's carrying over. It's the last stand. How are you gonna have 2 movies in one night and then jump 5 years ahead?
You can't kill you unless it's Halloween.
Look. I didn't like this one very much, like at all. So for me, it gets a low sidekick. But there are a couple of shining moments. What they did to a child in the opening, I don't know if I ever want to see that again. But it was they took balls and they did it. So low sidekick for me. Sean, we're gonna let it go last on this one.
Trash. Trash. It was about as low as a sidekick as I can give it with Steve. It was like, did the girl just forget how to act? Like, the chemistry, trash.
Remember that scene where she was just like this? She was just holding her hands up, or like, I don't know. She was like this. I'm like, what are you fucking doing?
I'm like,
what is this?
But their chemistry was just not. It just didn't work. I think the transfer of things was stupid as shit. I was like, what? When did this? Was this always a thing? Did I miss a Halloween?
The mysticism was in full force.
Did I miss something from a Halloween?
Well, was it mysticism or was like?
No, this shit was straight up magic. Although this was magic.
That was some fucking magic to me. That's what I looked at. Because I don't know what the fuck happened. And I was just like, okay, did he do this in another movie that I didn't see? Like, did I miss H2O or some shit? I know I didn't, but did I miss something?
No, this was the sequel to The Curse of Michael Myers with Paul Rudd. They should have just brought back Paul Rudd at this moment.
This was not a sequel to the other two. That was a sequel to the original. They straight up brought in magical powers.
Yo.
You could argue
the fuck?
no, but I'll get to it in spoilers.
But when he like,
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
I know.
We'll talk about it in spoilers, Sean. We'll talk about it in spoilers, but it was magic.
I get it. I agree.
It was so frustrating. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? I am so confused. And I still
am so confused.
There were some cool kills. But
there was a couple.
But I mean, at the end, I was just like, what? I was like, why? I was like, I get, look, I would have did the same shit too. But at the same time, you could have did the same shit 20 years ago. Easily. You could have did this already. I don't understand. Okay. All right, cool. So I'm just like, all right, well, fuck, I'm done. Like, I'm just like, I'm glad it's ended. I don't want to see any more now.
But is it?
I'm done with this shit.
No, it's not. And they shit the bed with this one a little. They really did.
They shit the bed with this. Oh, go ahead, man.
I like the other ones.
I give it a 0.
Shit.
I hated this.
You know
there's
what?
Nothing,
oh man.
To me,
you swayed me to a 0. Thank you.
there was no fun to be had. There was no, so I'm gonna give. Here's the props I give it. The opening title card sequence. They went Halloween 3 Season of the Witch with the color scheme and all that kind of stuff. I was like, all right, cool. You're doing an homage to Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. But then you're Friday the 13th Part 5ing me, where Michael Myers isn't doing anything. He doesn't show up. It's a 0. It's a 0. It's just, I did not like the movie. I did not like the characters. I didn't like anything that was happening. And you know what? There's people out there that are gonna love it. I've seen people like, how can you not love it? Blah 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 blah. Society and this, like, that's fine. I don't want that in my Halloween movie. They already tried that in the second one, and we argued about that, about how the mob mentality and all that kind of stuff, and why that one kind of didn't end the way we enjoyed. It kind of ended flat. This one completely did not stick the landing. You're going 3 movies. You get this literally is the sequel trilogies. Comparing it to Star Wars. The Halloween 2018 was like Force Awakens, like not Force Awakens. Whatever.
Part 7. We liked Part 7.
We liked Part 7
when it first came out.
Heroes, exactly. We all loved it.
Loved it.
And then all of a sudden, the next one, we're like, I don't know.
I hated this.
This is Rise of Skywalker and this shit. This is the Rise of Skywalker, this shit right here. Like, you totally threw everything that you built up, even with your new timeline, and just threw it out the window. Yeah. Like, you sideline major characters, all this kind of stuff. It's
fucking sheriff comes back and... Oh, okay.
Doesn't do anything.
Let's do sport. Let's go.
You got the other girl that was in the second one that had, a lot of stuff happening to her on Halloween night, almost murdered by Michael, just working behind a bar. No involvement or whatever. Did Blumhouse insert a Purge Easter egg with this Statue of Liberty costume in the beginning? You know what? I don't know. I totally missed
I didn't even catch that. So
yeah. Well, Blumhouse is not doing anymore. Their contract is up. So, Jason Blum even said, like, this is their final Halloween, but he doesn't think that this is the final Halloween. The Akkads kind of get full reign again. It's Mustafa's son. So we're going to get another Halloween. If it's a reboot, a sequel to one of the other timelines, I don't freaking know. They're going to bring Michael Myers back. It's just, they have to. It's the cash cow.
They should.
Not this.
It's just you know what, the one thing I remember, Steve, your complaints. I remember your complaints were, this is a geriatric old man. Well, he finally acted like one. He finally acted like one in this movie
until he accessed his superpowers and did magic and wasn't.
Well, and then and I didn't enjoy any of the kills because the kills weren't Michael. So there's spoiler. We're already in spoilers. We're in spoilers.
We're in spoilers now. Well, what the fuck is going on here? Because listen, it was fucking magical, Lil, because he was fucking unwrapping his. He kept trying to check on his health when he was killing, so he felt like he was getting the energy back. So, but his scar was starting to disappear. What the fuck was that?
Not only that, when Michael Myers is in the cave and then fucking homeboy Corey brings him the guy, and then fucking Michael Myers kills him, and he's like shaking at first, and he can't hold the knife, and then he stabs him, and then he's not shaking, he stabs him again, and now he's fucking breathing better, and he gains health with kills. That is like a perk for a video game character.
No, it was. Though.
Well, it's Freddy vs. Jason.
That is
right?
magic, Lil. There's nothing else to explain about it.
I thought you were talking about the magic that he passed on to Corey.
No. Corey was just born evil. He's kind of like Dexter or something like that.
But I don't think Corey is born evil. Like, he wasn't bad. It was a that's what this is what this movie is trying to tell us, right? It was a bad circumstance that happened to him because he didn't try to hurt that boy. That boy locked him in when they were playing. The boy was creeping him out. Like, I mean, he knocked over a lamp, left the door open, literally set it up like
that boy was fucking really good at scaring the shit out of people.
I mean, he scared his mom with a werewolf mask. I thought,
but we're right there. We're right there. When that boy flips over that banister and crashes to the floor, that shit was rough.
It's crazy.
He like landed on his knees, but his back went back. He hit his head on the ground by his feet.
But again,
like, what the shit?
I'm at a Halloween movie. I'm here because I love the franchise. Even the bad entries in the franchise, I love them. I always find things.
This whole opening scene was stupid.
This opening scene again had nothing to do with Michael and Laurie. Nothing to do with them. You're introducing.
Visually, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, okay, visually fine, but you're introducing a new character and building his origin story in the final chapter of a movie that's supposed to show down two characters that have been going at it for 40 years.
Agreed.
You built this trilogy around Laurie Strode not being the sister of Michael, and it's a different reason this is happening. We've had two movies, one giant night, 2 movies worth, where Michael ends up killing Laurie's daughter, and really, for the first 120 minutes,
meant nothing.
None of that means anything. It's all about Corey and Laurie's granddaughter.
Well,
and
I know how you fix the opening. Because right when the lady's yelling at Corey, and then it cuts to Halloween Ends right there, and then it does the opening sequence. What you have there is you have Michael Myers walk in, stab the fuck out of both parents, look at Corey, and then walk away.
Then the cops come.
Then cops come. No. Then the cops come and take Corey away. And he's out of the movie.
Because then everybody thinks
this should have happened. This what should have happened. They said the little boy was like, "Oh, Michael doesn't kill kids." I was like, Michael gonna kill kids today, because I'd have had Michael kill that fucking kid. Like, and then called it a fucking day and walked the fuck out. Then they could have blamed it on Corey. Then that's would have been it.
And then Corey leaves the movie and is not in the movie anymore because I don't need Corey.
So the movie was trying to tell us that,
but like at the end of the
town is so hurt by Michael because they're stupid. Because we get these scenes where they're blaming Laurie.
That's every scene in this movie is somebody fucking flashing on Corey or Laurie. It's like the Corey Laurie. It's every somebody being like, you are the worst person. That's every scene in this movie.
But that's what they're trying to tell us here. But the thing is why are you connecting this to Michael Myers' story when Michael Myers was 6 years old when he killed his sister? There was nobody there thinking that the town turned on this 6-year-old boy.
Yeah, that shit was stupid.
It has no connectivity to the final ending here.
Dumb.
And then you've got Corey, he's getting bullied and all this kind of stuff by these high school morons with a LeBaron. I'm like, what year are we in? 2022? And he's crying about like an 86 LeBaron? Like, who cares about your stupid crap convertible?
Agreed.
Hey, this town that's so hurt by Michael Myers and terrified by him, how about you look in the giant fucking hole in the center of town?
Well, it was like it was
the motherfucker was like Pennywise all the fucking sudden. Like, what the fuck?
What hanging out?
I was waiting for a fucking balloon to fly across.
Yeah, what the fuck are we doing? And then he's like in there, just in there. Like,
and then that old bum, like, why did he let you go? Give me his mask. I'm Michael Myers. And I'm like, right when he said that, I'm like, that's going to be it. This mask is going to
I was just like, ugh.
And then when he had that stupid scarecrow mask on, I'm like, I'm so done with this.
Although they kept panning to the fucking mask. I was like, oh God, that's the dumbest fucking mask I've ever seen. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is what we're doing here.
I'm gonna put, and that's the thing. Michael gets 2 kills here. Really?
2 fucking kills, Lil. 2.
He kills the lady.
No,
he kills the
3.
lady in the house.
2.5 kills because he helps kill the boyfriend cop, right? He kills because Corey brings the boyfriend cop, the ex-boyfriend cop, to him and is holding him down while Michael stabs him. So it's a half a kill.
But that's what I'm talking about. Even the fact that the boyfriend, like the CW level drama in this Haddonfield town is like nauseating. Like Corey has known this girl for 45 minutes.
They had no chemistry.
Like they've already had like a crazy fight, a bad drunken interaction. They've already gotten like physical. Like it's like, yo, this is bad. Every part of this relationship is red flag shit. Like you guys hadn't even smiled at each other yet. Like, and you're already fighting. This is all bad. And then she's like, I'm going to move away with you. It's like, and then this other ex-boyfriend cop comes in and he's like,
who looked like he was like
58 years old.
Yeah,
yeah.
He was
but like Corey does like to slam the table and stand up in the restaurant. And I'm like, oh my God, like, what are we doing? What is any of this?
I'm just like, yo, kill everybody, please. It's like this. I want everyone to die.
The DJ, like, what the shit is with all this? Like,
so here's the other thing I hated was
all that tough talk. Most of these
kills, Steve. Most of these kills, especially at the junkyard, were off screen. I didn't see the wrench hit the girl in the face.
How the fuck did that one chick survive getting mowed down with the truck? Like you saw her on the fence and that shit got pancaked. And then she's just out there. You're right. You're talking me down, my friend.
And then Corey has superpowers that he can stomp her head in like Michael Myers. Like Corey is $150 soaking wet. And then he all of a sudden has super strength.
He was wearing the mask a little. Magic.
Hello. It transcended over to him through his eyes.
He stomped on her head and stomped through her skull. No, you cannot do that.
No, you can't.
No.
And then all this shit with Corey's parents and his dad. Who's like
I think it was his uncle. I don't think it was his dad. I thought it was his uncle. I thought I'd call him Uncle Ron.
Maybe. I don't know.
Uncle
but
Rick
like
or something.
This mom character was
terrible.
Yeah.
Just terrible.
Nobody is acting realistically. By the way, did we all forget that Pam Grier just got murdered in the end credits of the last movie? And that is hardly addressed in this. She was a main character in the first 2 movies. She's murdered at the very end, and it's like, oh shit, what's Laurie gonna do? Well, now? You know what Laurie's gonna do? Laurie's gonna buy a fucking house and get a haircut and try to find love.
And then
what the fucking fuck?
Write her book.
And then the bartender, the main character, the bartender, she didn't even die. She was just gone.
Yeah, she was the little girl. Like Tommy's dead,
but just gone. She was not in the story at all anymore. Just gone.
That's what I don't understand. Like you want to you throw. I enjoyed being the fan of the franchise. The subtle throwbacks. Like when Corey killed his mom, like you got that the POV shot of him going in the drawer, very similar a la to Halloween 1 and Halloween 2, multiple times. The Michael thing to do. But it was not satisfying. I like the Laurie with the needle, the crochet needle, because again that's a throwback to the first one.
That was awesome,
but again, all that stuff. Not enough.
It was not enough.
Not enough.
Michael Myers didn't kill enough people. He should have killed. He should have been gone from it should have right from the beginning. This should have been her trying to get to Michael Myers and him escaping her to get more kills.
When you make me back
to make him keep transcending, like she said he was, transcending into evil, and he should have kept killing and killing. Look, Steve, I would have rolled out if he got stronger every time he killed motherfuckers. I get that. Okay, cool. But you can't sit up here and sell me on something to be like, oh yeah, well, I transcended. I gave my powers to some kid so I can transcend. Like, yo, that just made no fucking sense. And it was
No,
just,
and then
this
Corey tackles him to steal his mask and then runs away with the mask. And then Michael just comes and busts his neck after he gets shot. Like, I'm just done. I'm done.
You know what else I hated? When Corey like fell, he was like jumping off the roof, like hanging, and he dropped and he landed on his back, and then he did the Michael Myers sit up. I was like, get the fuck out of here. You didn't earn that, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
No, how this movie should have opened is Laurie finding her fucking daughter and losing her shit.
That
And
would have
now-
been good. And then 5 years later or 4 years
No,
later,
don't even
or
go
whatever.
4 years later. Who cares? Even if it's midnight, just go until the sun comes up on the next day. It was still fucking nighttime at the end of the last movie. Just keep
That's fine.
going. Do it real time. Have a 2-hour movie where the whole town, the rest of the town, because a whole bunch of motherfuckers got it at the end of that one. But like everybody just gets together and it just goes after him. You know what I'm saying?
It becomes like a fucking wasteland of fucking dead bodies.
Carlos, if that happened, I would have definitely been over this whole thing. If it officially was, because again, they Friday the 13th Part 5 this shit. Like again, the killer, he's wearing the mask of our franchise killer, but he's not Jason Voorhees. He's not Michael Myers. I hate that.
What would have been tough though is if the fucking granddaughter fucking took over the fucking Michael Myers mask. She had it in the car when she was leaving, and she had the fucking mask in the car.
And maybe play the music then.
Yeah, I'd have been okay with that. But no, we didn't get none of that.
But they left the mask on the coffee table. You saw it in the shots.
Yeah, what the fuck is she going? She already went through the traumatization of all this shit.
It's just Michael Myers has been relegated to a fucking conversation piece on Laurie Strode's coffee table. What the fuck, dude? It's not a book about fucking window dressings. It's Michael Myers' mask. Jesus Christ! Like this was. You know what? You've talked me down. It's a zero.
I'm not happy with this movie.
Fuck this fucking zero ass movie.
There's so much here that like again, like
we just told a better story.
You know what? Like John Carpenter wanted to make a sequel to the movie at one point where the town was haunted. You know what I mean? And they've done this a few times where like the town like doesn't do Halloween anymore. The town is kind of like engulfed in fear. And they kind of try to show that here. And I thought that that's where they were going. But bringing in this character, like I would have been okay if they went into this whole thing where this town was like purging itself. You know what I mean? Like people were just going nuts. Like they don't know what they're doing. They're just scared, terrified. You know, people are locking themselves into the doors like nothing's happening. You know, it's Halloween night, and guess what? No one's out. Like, I would be okay if you're telling me like the town has suffered this trauma. But the story they're telling here where, you know, the town is turned on Laurie, like that scene where she comes out of the grocery store and that lady starts yelling at her about her sister because this or
that was the DJ lady from the last movie.
I know.
It's like, but
what lady was that? What lady was that?
That was the lady that had the husband that got it. They were like were attacked in their house.
Yeah, but didn't she fucking get killed?
No,
well, they showed him fucking cut her neck. They showed him slice her throat, and then the camera went away. I just assumed.
I thought
here she is with a scar.
She survived it.
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, they even showed that little kid that got traumatized in the first one, like walking when they were doing the parade of Michael Myers' dead body through the town, and I'm like,
okay, that was the dumbest.
I'm like, this is they end game this shit because they brought that kid out of nowhere, just like they brought in the kid from Iron Man 3 to show up at Tony Stark's funeral.
Fucked me up too. It was like there was a one where Laurie Strode was looking out the window and there was a little kid standing there, and then all of a sudden it was gone. What the fuck?
No, it wasn't a little kid. That was Corey.
That wasn't. Was that Corey? I thought like a little kid.
No, it was Corey by the bush. He was pulling the Michael Myers behind the bush scene shit.
I thought he was.
Not during the parade, not during the Michael Myers parade.
No, it was when she looked outside of the home and there was a little
window.
Oh, no, that was Corey. That was Corey.
Okay, I didn't see. Maybe I didn't.
Because then they tried to this movie also, like I'm fine with jump scares here and there. I hate when it's jump scares like this shit where like Laurie walks outside and then the camera's just showing her and then he's like, hey, you know, he's standing right behind her. And it's like, what the fuck is that? And then also there was one jump scare where it was
I actually like that
motorcycle, like I'm like,
I actually like that because, you know, it kind of like sensed her fear and she was just like,
Yeah, but
That's
here's what I hate also,
correct.
because again, this is all happening so fast within what, a couple days, and all of a sudden, like, Lori introduces Corey to the granddaughter, and
I know.
oh my god, he's got the and I kept thinking Loomis was playing in my head, the devil's eyes. He's got the devil's eye. You know, like she started doing that, like going to visit the mom, going to talk,
Fucking
his eyes,
Loomis.
and then like she talked to the dad of the kid that got killed in the opening scene. Once I saw his eyes, it wasn't the same kid.
There's so many
I was
scenes.
just
There's a
like-
scene where she goes and talks to Corey's mom, and it's like it's just Corey's mom just ends up fucking bitching at her for about 2 minutes, and then she's like, "I'm sorry," and she leaves. I'm like, what the fuck was the point of any of this? Like, why did I need to have another scene of Lori getting yelled at? That's all this is.
No, you're right, Carlos. He did wear Michael's mask. He wore Michael's mask to kill the kids at the
No, he's asking if they wore a mask at the same time. but
Oh
they
no,
didn't.
no, they did not wear.
Well,
he wore
he wore the scarecrow mask.
he wore the scarecrow mask when they went to the doctor's house, because they were burning it down. So he was taking vengeance out on people that that didn't give his girlfriend the promotion.
Yo,
Again,
not to
it's all
mention
stupid.
on the second time that Corey's meeting up with the daughter, he's like, just to let you know, I killed someone. And then they're like in love.
But he's talking about killing the kid, like he's because he was letting it out because he took her to the house, and then he sleeps on the blood puddle of the boy. I get the trauma here. They're just telling it wrong. I don't believe the trauma that they're telling here. I don't believe that the family has sold this house, this giant ass house, and did not leave town after this happened. No, the mom is at the bar yelling at Corey because he's actually 4 years later at the bar, having fun on Halloween while she's there getting drunk, yelling at him about killing her son. Like, why are you still there? Why haven't I would have left town? Like, that's it. It's small town, you leave town. Like, that's it. Like, why are you staying here?
I love how
you've already sold your house.
Yo,
The
Will
fucking-
Patton did nothing in this movie.
He didn't do shit.
No, he made
the
some
big
fucking
cowboy
chili or
hat.
something.
The big cowboy hat sheriff shows up, and he's like, I love how he's like riding in the front of the caravan, looking all badass, like he did something. I'm like, you didn't do shit. None of you motherfuckers did anything.
Again, they end gamed it. He just shows up at the end, for the funeral
Don't
scene.
quit
But
saying he end gamed it. Endgame was a good movie. This was not.
It's true, but
Using
okay.
Endgame as a reference.
I'm just saying.
Please,
I'm
no.
just saying, like, people popping out of the woodwork, because, like, in that one, Nick Fury popped out of the woodwork as well. Like, all of a sudden, like, where did Nick Fury come
Nick
from?
Fury wasn't. Was he at the funeral?
He was at the funeral, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
he
was.
was.
You're right.
Yeah, he was. He popped up in the back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they wanted to end this thing, and they brought everybody back in here. That's why I was using that. But, like, there was no point to even show them. Like, they didn't do anything. They copped the same thing. Like, oh, we can't do this. We are now. Let's strap him on the roof. And the only satisfying thing was, like, just like I liked in H2O, like, when that ended, like, they chopped his head off, even though they, in 7, took him back.
They did throw him in a fucking big grinder.
Exactly. They threw his body
You
to grind.
seen that shit
He ain't
grind
coming
up? I was
back.
like, damn.
She ain't coming back.
He ain't coming back.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Yeah, that shit was rough, dog. I was like, damn, is he still alive? Because if not,
they're making-
I mean, that was a good dummy, or however that worked, because the way
Yeah,
it
that shit was
folded
the real
up and
shit,
blood
dude.
was coming out, I was like,
I was like, was that a real man?
God damn.
They just threw a real body in there. They're like, oh, do we have a body that died recently? Let's throw it in this thing.
God damn, I was like, damn.
No,
But that's it though. It's like, okay, so what happens next?
So now it's over.
it's over, because she writes to the last line that evil will change shape.
I was
So
like,
that to me, again, because he was called the Shape, they can do whatever they want now. Whoever wants to get a mask, get a new mask, call it Halloween. Do a sequel to Halloween Season of the Witch, because I guarantee it'll be better than this.
Season of the Witch, Season of the Witch, Season of the Witch.
At this point, that has gone
Yeah,
up.
I want to see it.
At this point, that has climbed up the chain of my favorite movies, because, like, I
mean, it's true. In the
hated-
pantheon of Halloweens, it's not at the bottom. We watched some of the Drek Part 6.
No,
part
the fact that
5.
I went back and watched Part 6 after I watched this movie twice. I watched Halloween ends twice because I watched it the first time and I'm like, I must have missed something. Like I wasn't focused. I was watching it on my tablet. Blah blah blah. So then I watched it on TV. I'm like, maybe I just didn't have the right. Like Steve, like we talked about when we were reviewing Paranormal Activity. You're like, no, you gotta watch it with a TV, big TV, lights, all whatever. Watch it like in that atmosphere. Like maybe I missed something because I love the franchise. I love Jamie Lee. I love the Laurie Strode character. I love Michael Myers. I love seeing him, as Sean says, just killing everyone. Did I miss something?
No, you missed him not killing nobody. That's what you missed.
Nope. This is just terrible. This,
you missed him not killing nothing. He didn't kill shit.
I had to watch Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, to cleanse my palate. That's what this movie did. It made that Paul Rudd movie that much more enjoyable. That's what it did.
Wow. I'd rather see Coolio spin kick Michael Myers. At least Michael Myers was in that movie.
Buster
Rhymes.
Right, Steve.
I was gonna say
Sorry.
Coolio's
just on my mind. He's just on my mind.
Coolio just passed away. We didn't talk about that in the main show. So R.I.P.
Coolio was in fucking Batman, one of the Batman movies.
Was he?
He was in Batman and Robin, I think. He was like one of the biker gang people.
I don't remember.
You remember when Alicia Silverstone was like, wow, on her little motorcycle thing? I think Coolio was one of those guys.
I don't think so, but
all right. Well, redemption not achieved. I'm sorry.
No. So yeah, this movie was I guess here's the thing. Like, I get the story that they were telling.
So
we didn't like it.
We didn't like it. And how do you end how does your quote unquote franchise ending film have 10 minutes of screen time for your iconic killer, right? Like the series, this is the 13th movie in the franchise, 12 with Michael, I believe 13. How do you end this movie? How do you have this movie with only him on screen for 10 minutes? And you give, again, the best 10 minutes of the movie.
Yes, that's the question. That's we wrote the movie.
I'm just saying, like, how do you do that? Like, I don't know.
Well, I ain't writing shit and I ain't directed. So shit.
If I had, it wouldn't be this movie.
Yeah, it would not. Clearly.
I guess I'm just so disappointed.
We wrote a better movie in our heads.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. No, actually, fuck that. I am mad because when the first Halloween came out, not Halloween Kills, the one before that, that movie was so fucking good.
2018 was fantastic.
It's like, we're back. Halloween is back. Michael Myers is fucking back.
2018 was so good.
Michael Myers took on a whole fucking fire department.
I mean, awesome. Yeah. Well, that was the beginning of 20. That was Kills. And that's the thing. Like, the beginning of Kills was awesome as well. And then you had that whole scene where he's going through the town, going through the neighborhoods, that
killing
POV
kids,
stuff. Like,
spikes and shit. God damn,
I'm telling you, like, so many, like, such, again, what you want out of what this franchise has promised us.
Michael's best kill in this was the one where he hung the bitch on the wall, and that was it.
Again, which he's done a million times, and I love it.
But that's what I'm saying about the one night thing. Like, the first two movies took place in one night. That's why he was getting all those kills, because nobody knew right away, and then everyone found out, and that's how the ending of that movie happened. What happens then? Like, the night just doesn't end. Everybody goes home. Michael Myers is gone, and that's it.
Well, that's what happened. Everybody went home.
That's stupid. That's not what they set up. Ugh.
He disappeared, Steve. Disappeared for 5 years.
He disappeared in the
same. The town was scared. The town was scared.
He disappeared in the town.
Will Patton was, checking out all these murderers and saying Michael doesn't use a gun. Michael doesn't use that. He doesn't do it.
He didn't even leave Haddonfield.
Yeah, he's living in the sewers.
What does he eat? What does Michael Myers
rats. He always eats rats. In all the movies, whenever he goes into hiding, he eats rats.
There was a lot of rats down there, so maybe
you see it you saw it in Resurrection, when he had like a bunch of dead rats like in his little bed underneath the Myers house. Ugh. You know what? Though, it's still not worse than Rob Zombie's movie.
Well, he should be dead by eating rats. So he should just.
This is better than Halloween 2 from Rob
Zombie?
Zombie?
Just killed
him. Yeah. Oh, this is better than Halloween 2 from Rob Zombie. That was Steve, that one he didn't even wear the mask. He didn't even kill nobody in that one. Like that one, he was just walking through the woods for the whole movie. It was Laurie doing all this stuff. That was bad.
I have not seen that movie still.
Again, you know what? We joke and we laugh at, like, you know, give us something new. Give us something new with a new title. Don't give me a Michael Myers movie with no Michael Myers. That's it. Don't give me a Jason movie with no Jason. Don't give me a Freddy movie with no Freddy. Like, do not do this. That's it. If you want to make an anthology series, make an anthology series. But
highlight of the movie, didn't have to pay to watch it.
That is, again, yes. I feel bad for all those people who went to the theater to watch this movie. Because it made like $5 million on Tuesday previews. So I don't know.
And everyone wanted their money back.
The haunted house at Universal was so much better than this whole movie. That Halloween haunted house at Universal was so awesome compared to this. Ugh. Jason Blum, man.
Halloween ends with a 0.
It didn't end my love for the franchise, but man, it kicked me in the balls. Let's put it that way. So that's it. All right, we're done talking about this movie. This is Alil.
This is Sean.
And this is Steven. Until tomorrow night, everybody, keep it creepy.
Thank you all that stuck on YouTube. We are out for now. We will see you guys next week. We appreciate it.
Ta-ta.
Night, guys.
John's asleep.